Yeah. They call me James, I reduce them to stutters. All of you lying abusers get hunted. I come with truth and the proof you discover, and I'll give it to you, then you get to running like boom shakalaka. 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 You get to running like. I just ask questions and you cook yourself. I could refute you, but you don't need help. I set you up to say truth from your mouth. You get proof when you shout that your fruit is in doubt. If you're truly devout, why you lying so much? I don't hide in the cut, I be firing you up. You thinking you sharp, but I'm lining you up. Bro, you won't scare me, stop trying to be tough. Y'all never focus, redemption seems hopeless. That energy soulless, and everyone knows this. We level these copers, cause heaven has soldiers that never give over to mental controllers. We over your head cause you don't know the spirit. Y'all go to Mecca to hope for forgiveness. How you atone by a stone when you kiss it? Next verse is worse, bro, you don't wanna miss it. They call me James, I reduce them to studies. All of you lying abusers get hunted. I come with truth and the proof you discover, and I give it to you, then you get to run it like boom shakalaka. 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 You get to run it like. You wanna cry and then bring out the Arabic. I'ma turn arrogance into embarrassment. I'm having access to all of your scholars, and internet translates the Arabic for us. Dang it, there's more cause there's Christians that's Arab that give us the language like Sil, for example. Nowhere to hide your own lyrics will spank you. Then I'ma hit you from biblical angles. The fact that you think that us Christians are weak is exactly the reason you give us this beef. Attack all you want, but you getting this cheek, and I won't match your energy. God lives in me. River to sea, we gon' free Palestine, because they finna see when we tell them you're lying. Us Christians gon' pull them up out of the fire. When they ask who did it, just tell them the lion. Judah!
Okay. So, the guy that asked the question earlier, what about Islam? It's all right. But before we go to what about Islam, we just need to just enjoy this for a couple of seconds.
They call me James, I reduce them to stutters. All of you lying abusers get hunted. I come with truth and the proof you discover, and I'll give it to you, then you get to running like boom shakalaka. You get to running like boom shakalaka. You get to running like boom shakalaka. You get to running like. Where you going, bro? Let's go.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, guys, today's another good day. It's a good day. It's another good day. Doesn't matter whether it's a bad day, we're going to make it a good day. So God bless you guys. God bless, God bless. The topic today is women in Islam. As I said, regarding this topic, the reason is also to engage with Muslims because this is a topic that you guys have been asking for. I get a lot of messages saying, please do this. This will bring the Muslims back in, because the Muslims will want to defend this, right? The Muslims will want to defend women in Islam. And notice that every time we have this topic, or most of the time we have this topic, you'll find that it is the Muslim men defending this. So in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I ask you, Lord, to bless this life. Open the hearts and minds of these people, Lord. With one person at a time, Lord. We just want them to open up their hearts and their minds to the truth. And that is you. You are the truth. In Jesus' name, amen. So, guys, this topic, women in Islam, they don't like it. They do not like this topic because, I mean, if we're lucky enough today, we're blessed enough today, if we, hopefully we get a Muslim or two that want to just make it make sense. Please share the live. Let me just do that as well. Alrighty. Got to share the live, guys. Got to share the live. Just so that we can have some. And we have our first guest. Let me just see. 1 second. What happened on the YouTube there? There we go. Back on full screen. Beautiful. Beautiful. So let's see how, I don't know where the Muslims are going to take us. We've got my man Badis. Badis, how are you, sir?
Hey, hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, very well, thank you. Very well.
Good, good. I'll be honest with you, James. I'm not happy with the profile picture that you're putting, and I wouldn't be surprised if no one comes up today.
Okay, watch this. Please tell me, why are you not happy with this profile picture?
Because that's very demeaning to Muslim women, and
No,
for
stop
us.
there, my brother. Stop there.
Let me
Did
tell
I
you.
make this picture, or is this how women are subjugated in Islam? Because you're saying something brilliant.
Let me tell you something. Virgin Mary, and like it's in all religions, okay? And like the way you present it, and is there like something like that as well? It's kind of I know the thing behind it, James. But honestly, like I want to say, like in Islam, we value women. We consider our women.
Well, hang on, my brother, hang on.
Yeah.
You said that this is a demeaning picture. Who is it that is demeaning this woman and millions like her? Hundreds of millions like her. Is it me or is it Islam?
Is it you or is it Islam?
Yeah.
Like the way you put the picture, and you put like women in Islam, and the picture itself, like it doesn't bring, like I can bring you thousands of pictures of mashallah, like really good looking pictures of women in hijab.
I get you, my brother. I get you. But
you could have chosen like a better one.
The reason that you didn't like this picture, I'll wait for you.
Yeah, I'm back. I can hear you.
No worries. But the reason that you don't like this picture, would you go to Afghanistan and tell the Muslims in Afghanistan that they must stop dressing their women like this?
No.
I think it's demeaning. It's degrading for a woman to walk around like this.
Not the hijab itself, James. Not the hijab itself.
So you have no problem with that covering?
Yeah, I have no problem with the covering.
Wow. Okay. So when they wear this covering, are they still Muslim women?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I say woman in Islam and I have this picture, then there's nothing wrong with this picture, according to you. It's just that you don't want me to portray this as the picture of woman in Islam.
You could have chosen a prettier picture, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
Okay. So if I was to choose,
but it's fine, James.
I got you, my brother. I got you. What if I did this one?
What do the chicken do there? Islam is like chicken defending.
No, woman defending Islam is like a chicken defending KFC. But again, see the way this woman is dressed.
Yeah, she's dressed well, but it's just the words. Beautiful. Like Jane.
Why don't you ask me? Do I have a problem with a woman dressing like this?
Oh yeah, good question. Yeah, do you have a problem with that, Jane?
Absolutely not. Ask me now.
Good.
Do I have a problem with a woman put behind a jail cell, walking around where she can't focus, breathing in her own breath, suffering the insufferable while the man walks around in whatever he wants, whether it's shorts on a beach, doesn't matter. Ask me now, is this disgusting and awful for a woman to be treated like this?
Yeah, got you now. Now I get the point. Yeah. So, you're okay like with the other one, but not. Yeah, I got you.
Absolutely. If I walk past a woman like this, I would think not a problem. My grandmother, my mother, oh my goodness, I've got already a restriction.
Okay. You got a restriction?
Yes, sir. Hate speech. Wow. Wow, this is crazy, man. This is hate speech, guys.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's just like, as long, the conversation is always within respect, or like the picture itself.
Have I said anything so far? You and I have
no, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, as long as we're discussing it like within respect, it's no problem.
But again, now you see, my grandmother, my mother, my aunt would wear a covering over their head when they, for example, went to church. They would cover. Not to the extreme where like they had to hide every strand of hair, because I think that's sick. That's silly. If any man looks at a woman's hair and gets excited by the woman's hair, then it's the man who has a problem, not the woman's hair that's the problem.
Mhm. No, you're right. You're right. I mean, the first thing, to be honest, James, that Islam says, it actually talks to men, like, you know, to ghudh al-basar. So it means like, you know, bring down your veils, or what they call it. So basically, don't look at women like in that way. So you, even if like you're walking, we have rules in this. So like if you're walking in the street, you know, and you see like in a normal way, if you see like, you know, oh, you're getting I don't know, you can't handle it and that, then don't look again, and that's it. You just look away. You look where you need to be.
Exactly. Now I agree with you, but I can show you videos, countless videos, where women are dressed, covered from head to toe, totally covered, and yet the man still eyeballs her as she walks away. So the problem isn't the woman. It's the man that doesn't lower his gaze. It's nothing to do with the woman, because again, it's how you are wired. Because if you are wired that a woman is to be your you know, to just for one thing only, then that's how you will continue to look at these women. That's why I'm saying this over here, I've got no problem with. But to cover them totally from hand to foot, and then watch this again. At what age do you think that the girl should be covered from head to foot?
I think we have it at the age of 10 or 11, I think.
So stop there now. Now notice that. If let's just say 10. If we say 10.
Yeah.
The reason for the covering of a 10-year-old is for her to be modest and for the man not to be aroused by her, correct?
Yeah. Well, not really, no.
Okay, please make that make sense then.
Yeah, sure. So basically, the hijab itself is like, you know, like there is no one that's been forced. I've got my sister; she does not wear hijab, and it's her problem, because end of the day, it's between her and God.
So when you say it's her problem, are you saying to her that you'd rather her cover?
Like for me, I personally, yeah, to be honest, I would
She
rather
must cover from head to toe so no one can see her hands and feet.
Yeah.
Now, what is the point of that? So that man is not tempted by her, correct?
No, not really that. No, not that. Like, because obviously men, if they want to look at you, they can look at you from any, like you can be wearing that and then it can be falling on your body.
Exactly. So it's not the woman's fault.
You.
Just so we understand that, it's me and you understand. It's not the woman's fault. It's not what she wears. It's the man that can't control himself. And because he can't control himself, the woman has to suffer in Islam.
No. Yeah, I know. It seems like that in a way, but
then make it make sense, my brother. I don't understand them. Then you make it make sense.
Yeah. So basically, like for women, you know, to be wearing that, that is actually, you know, taken the example of Mary, for example, and taken, you know, the example of the people that do sacrifice for God, that know that this is not an eternal life. Like, you know, we only live in here like for 40. I mean, thank God we live longer than that.
Longer,
60, 80, 60, 80, whatever. And like 60 or 80 years out of eternity is absolutely nothing. Like, as we know in Quran, you know, we say, you know, when we pass away and then when we wake up, we will look back and we will say, you know, we have been here for an hour or so. So, like for people, it takes, you know, some people with real belief, like believing in God. So that hijab for the woman is like, yes, God, I believe that you are here, and I'm doing this, you know, to help the community, because we all, as humans.
Hang on. I'm sorry, my brother. I'm sorry. You're saying she's dressing like this to help the community, but she's not helping the community. Well, she is in a way, because she's stopping the men from being absolutely uncontrollable. Again, it's not her problem. She's done nothing wrong. It's the man who can't control himself.
So this is for women. This is like, you know, another step closer to God. You know what I mean?
No,
so
it's like nothing to do with God. It's to do with the man stopping himself from just being an absolute hound. I mean, the man, this is how I feel. This is how I get it. The woman suffers. This is what Aisha says. She's never seen a woman, believing woman, suffer more than the Muslim woman. Sorry. this, and there's regard to something else because it's wife beating. But watch this. According to Islam, now notice this, right? You guys have a hadith that says that you guys, Muslims, Muhammad, used to do the adult suckling. Now, this is where my confusion comes in. The women are covered from head to toe, so you can't see the hair, the skin, the fingers, the hands, nothing. But according to the hadith, Muhammad says that you can cover yourselves totally, but then you can get your fun bags out and then suckle some dude that just came to your house. How in the world do you make that make sense?
Like to let me understand the last bit. So to be wearing that, and then the last bit to get someone at home and.
Well, you know the verse of adult breastfeeding, correct?
Right. Yeah, breastfeeding. Yeah.
Adult for adults. So Muhammad says that if a man comes to your house and he's not your biological son or someone in the family, you can suckle them. Now, my question again. Muhammad also says that Allah wants you to cover yourself, walk around like a tent, no eyes, no nothing. You totally covered. But Allah and Muhammad have no problem for the poor woman to now get her bags out and then feed some grown man with a beard. Make that make sense to me, please.
Yes, I will do, James. So the first thing, James, there is no difference. Like I personally see, there is no difference between a Muslim woman that's wearing a hijab like this and the nuns before or now.
That's why I said I still got no problem, but it's when they start covering their entire body, their faces, their mouths, their eyes, like the first picture I showed you. When they cover like that, there's my problem. Because again, why don't the men cover their eyes or gouge out their eyes so that they don't look at these women? Because again, remember, Muhammad himself couldn't control himself. Muhammad had zero self-control.
I disagree with you, James.
I can give you hadiths, my brother. Watch this. Watch this. Sunan Abi Dawud.
One second, James. One second, because we jumped out of the subject here, James, so that we don't jump into too many. That's why. That's why, like sometimes, I stick to replying just to the question so that we don't divert, because sometimes we mention some facts that kind of drift us away.
I got you.
Yeah. So like for that point, so the hijab itself, so this is acceptable. You agree with me, right?
This is fine.
We see nuns. I mean, I hear in Lancashire, less than 100 years ago, people did not used to go out with their hair showing. And
that's fine. Let's move on to the other one. So this is fine.
Let me finish my point very quickly, James.
Actually decent.
Let me finish my point, because it will all make sense straight, to the other picture as well. So from this, for women, to be like that, and then they, first of all, they're happy to do it.
No, they're not.
James, I'm telling you, brother, that's why I have.
You know what White Wednesday is? Hang on a second. Do you know what White?
I'll give you an example. I'm giving you an example.
Do you know what White Wednesday is?
I'm I'm the Muslim here, James.
I'm asking you. Do you know what White Wednesday is? For those that don't know, in the chat on both YouTube and TikTok, go and Google White Wednesday. This is from Iran, where these women have now got together and they are throwing all the stuff off they don't want to wear, and they get arrested and put into jail because they are forced to wear them. So it's nothing I chose, I'm free. That's the Western BS. But when you're living under the Sharia, you're living near a Muslim country or in a Muslim country, they will force you to wear it, and they will put you in jail and beat you if you don't. So if you go to White Wednesday, you will see how these women are gathering from all over the world, throwing off these hijabs. They don't want to wear them. So don't come with Western, the Western, and say, oh, my sister, my cousin, my whatever chose to wear. No, that's BS. You guys covering yourselves are insulting the poor women in Afghanistan that are forced to walk around like tents. And these poor women, for example, in Iran, Iraq, or wherever, even in Yemen, they can't even show their skin. But that's what I'm asking you. Why is it okay for Muhammad to say that a woman can get her bags out for the boys to suckle them, but you can't show them your hair or your hands? That's my question.
Okay. So for us in Islam, like here, because I'm always talking, because we're talking from the Muslim perspective. Like I'm not talking like from country perspectives, because that varies. And especially you mentioned Iran. like that's totally Shia, or is completely different. Is actually, you know,
Are they Muslim?
I don't know what to call them, to be honest, you know, because they, I know that the Shia, well, the Shia themselves is actually they modified themselves from Islam, so that it kind of, they want to shake Islam, basically, if you know what I mean.
Okay, so just to understand, to get back to my question, why is it okay for Muhammad to say that a woman can get her bags out for these men that she doesn't have no relations to? She can get her stuff out for them, suckle them,
Yeah.
but she can't show them her hands, her feet, or even her hair.
Okay. Well, the thing is, James, like we follow in Islam, we follow the Prophet, peace be upon him. And first of all, we follow the Quran and the Prophet. And this is even like when Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was passing away. He said, look, today I completed the deen for you, but then I left you the Quran and my sunnah, you know, to follow. So what he used to do, and for the Sahihs and these books like Sahih Bukhari and any other book, it's a human effort.
So are you saying that we mustn't take it? I'm just trying to get to you, because again, the verse you just quoted, the verse you just quoted is number 112 if you look at the order of revelation. But it wasn't perfected, because 113, chapter 113 is actually chapter 9, where Surah 9:5 abrogates over 100 verses in your Quran. So your Quran was not perfected and given to us. This is why it needs the help of the hadiths. Now I'm asking you, is it true? Is it, can answer the question, my brother buddies? Why is it that it's okay for an adult woman to breastfeed adult men with her own self, and yet she is not allowed to show her face, her hands, or even her feet?
Yeah. So therefore, this is like because that's what I was doing, you know. I was answering, you know, to that question. But is like, you know, the Sahihs and, you know, all these books. I don't know, like if I've never heard of this. I've never heard, or I've never ever seen anyone, like any Muslim women, that she's allowed, you know, to do that. I mean, can you imagine? Like, it doesn't make sense, because we do cover ourselves, you know, for.
It doesn't mean that you haven't seen it. It doesn't exist. Yes, it does exist. I can give you the hadiths for it. My question again: are you saying that you don't want to accept the hadith, or are you saying that you don't know the answer?
I don't like, it's not that I don't accept, I don't know the answer, but the because it's quite simple. Like in Islam, you know, do not refer like this doing, it's wrong, and it's not in like it wouldn't be a correct thing even if it was in the Sahih Bukhari, because that's a human effort. That's why, like, you know, for us, that's why I said, you know, Prophet Muhammad said, you know, follow the Quran and follow, you know, the his sunnah. So like the Sahihs now, if that is written in a Sahih, then that's absolutely wrong, because it contradicts, you know, with the whole purpose of wearing the hijab itself.
Well, let's see if it's true. I'm going to read the hadith. For those that don't know, there's different ones, but the one I'm going to now is Sunan Ibn Majah. Sunan Ibn Majah, 1943. 1943.
Sunan who? Sorry?
I'll show it to you, brother. 1 second. I'll put it on the screen first. So it's a Sahih Hadith. Sunan Ibn Majah, 1943.
Sahih Dar es Salaam.
Okay, you can see the whole thing there. Take a screenshot.
Yeah.
And again, this is breastfeeding and adult. Chapter name, breastfeeding and adult. So Salah bin Suhail came to the Prophet and said, O Messenger of Allah, I see signs of displeasure on the face of Abu Hudayfa when Salim enters upon me. The Prophet said, breastfeed him. She said, how can I breastfeed him when he is a grown man? The Messenger of Allah smiled and said, I know that he's a grown man. So she did that.
Yeah.
So again. And what it goes on, just read I said, I didn't end it. It says, then she came to the Prophet and said, I've never seen any signs of displeasure. Of course, he just had something in his mouth. How can you be upset? On the face of Abu Hudayfa after that. So we know that breastfeeding was a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Muhammad allowed it. I'm
So-
asking you, if breastfeeding, according to this verse, is allowed to a strange man, Salim the slave, why is a woman having to cover herself so confusing for people like me?
Yeah, got you. Now it's good that you brought up the hadith. That's first of all a hadith, not a verse, James. Yeah,
I know it's a hadith, bro. Did I say verse?
yeah, you said verse. It's okay.
Okay.
No worries.
Mistake, but I said hadith. Okay.
The second thing. So who was in the hadith? So there was the lady, the guy, basically that he was unhappy.
Husband and wife,
Yeah.
Muhammad and Salim the slave, the grown man.
So who spoke to Prophet Muhammad?
Sulaha bint Sulayl came to the Prophet and said,
So
Suhail came to the Prophet and said that I see signs of displeasure on the face of Abu Hudayfa.
Yeah. So
When Salim comes, there's three people.
Yeah, I thought like it would be any woman.
No, there are more.
Yeah.
There are more because again, Aisha, she used to get it out and she used to ask her sisters to do it, and the other wives actually said no to Aisha. They don't want to do it because Aisha was like, she was ruling the hen, and they said, So not just this one person, but again, notice who is the one that allows it. So you said that a woman that covers totally, you've got no problem with that. Now imagine the woman that covers totally from head to toe, can't see even her fingertips. She now says to you, in fact, watch this, Badis. If your wife was covered from head to toe, no one's seen her face, right? She's breathing in her own breath every single day. She's got little oxygen, and she's always dizzy because again, there's no oxygen. But I come to visit you, Badis, and because I come to visit you, you say to me, listen, I've just run out of tea. I'm going to pop down to the shop, but I can't leave you with my wife. You need to let her breastfeed you 5 times so that you will not be attracted to her. And then I'll know that you have like a mother-son relationship and it's all good. Would you do that? Or would you think that that is sick and weird?
I would think that that's weird, sick and weird, of course. That's why I would say in this particular point, I will be actually. Could you bring that hadith, please, back up again, James? I'll take a screenshot of it because I didn't take earlier. I'll take a screenshot of it, and the next time, hopefully.
There's loads more like it. I can show you.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you,
you know what I love actually about, because a lot of things like James, you come up with. Sahih, is there any chance you just move a little bit back so that I try the
there's a chapter as well.
Perfect.
Chapter on marriage.
Yeah.
um,
Hadith number 99, book 9.
Assalamu alaikum, ya badis. Sabah
Alaikum
khair.
salam, Amin. Sabah al-Nur.
Hey, I also wanted to let you know, there are a bunch of hadith that actually say that the act of rada, this was in the Quran. Like there is like that verse used to be in the Quran.
I can
So
show that to you as well, Badis, if you want to see that.
Yeah, let's see.
James, you're on early this morning, man.
I am. I'm just trying to see if I can change the audience a bit.
Yeah, I figured that's what it was. Yeah, and it actually looks like it's working. I think the topic and the time you go on, because I just woke up like 20 minutes ago. I'm walking the dogs.
Where are you guys based, by the way, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm in the U.S.
Oh, yeah, nice. You got good weather, unlike here.
Where are you at?
The UK. Leaving soon, though. Need somewhere hotter.
Should go to like Florida or something, man.
Oh, I'd love
Come to
to.
the US.
I was coming actually a few months ago, but then it kind of got cancelled. Got other matters, but hopefully.
we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, if I come there, I'll let you know, guys. We'll meet up for a coffee. We'll take we'll take a selfie. You post it probably or something.
Okay. James, I'm gonna mute up for a second. I gotta go here real quick.
Yep, I'm just trying to find where
It's fine, James. If you can find it, not a problem at all. I mean, that's plenty as well. The hadith itself, and as I said, like,
I can get the verse for you. I think I have it in my notes, James. Just real quick before I do this.
yeah, whenever, yeah, at your time.
Let me see. Give me a second.
But meanwhile, James, yeah, no. So that's what I do love actually about this show, because actually, well, this live, because you bring up, lots of things that I do not know, and there was like few things I can't remember, but because there was a lot actually that I learned, from these lives. And when I went and researched, obviously I came up with something, logical as well. So in fact, that everything, and this is not like, bragging about it or like rubbing it in your face kind of thing. You know me, I'm a peaceful person. But it actually strengthened my faith in Islam, because I did look up these things. And if I heard it like without researching it, it would make me doubt. And I see, obviously, like why I see you ask, these questions, and it's absolutely normal to discuss it again, as long as it's within respect, the way that we do criticize.
I'm going to show this to you, sorry, brother. I'm just going to show this to you, but I appreciate it. I try my best to do it exactly like that. So I've got this. I'll show you. There's loads I found now, but if we go to this, Sahih Muslim 14528.
That's the one I sent you.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't see that. Thank you. So watch what it says now. Pay attention, please, buddies, because this is extremely important, right? Mm-hmm. Now it says becoming mahram is established by 5 breastfeedings. This is the chapter heading, the book of suckling. So this is a book of suckling. Now watch what it says. Aisha reported that it had been revealed in the Quran that 10 clear sucklings would make the marriage unlawful. Then it was abrogated and substituted by 5 sucklings. And the apostle died, and it was before that time found in the Holy Quran and recited by Muslims. So it was in your Quran, this and the verse of stoning for adultery, and both these verses are missing in your Quran. Now again, if it was in your Quran and everyone was doing it at the time, my question still stands, my man. How is it that your God doesn't want the woman to show any skin, yet he has zero problem with letting you suckle some strange dude that just walked into your house?
Yeah, 100%. That's a very logical question. If that is the case, I read the. Could you just move it a little? Yeah, that's it. And if you move a little bit back, please, to catch the hadith, all of it. There you go. Perfect. Yeah. So
do the whole. Do you want the whole thing like this?
Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's even better. Goodness sake. There you go. Perfect.
As you can see, my man, we don't just say things, we back it up with what we've got. No, yeah. I think it's important that we lead with honesty.
Oh yeah.
100%. So I can't just say things and then not be able to defend what I just said.
100%. As long, we, for me, my rule, is, or the reason why I provide time, to come up, and talk to you guys is again, because of the teaching that I did learn, from Islam, that I do have to want the good that I want for myself. I need to want it, for everyone else. So this is why, like, I love these lives, especially when it's very important when it's within respect, because, we're talking about something, the holiest thing ever, which is God, belief and that, so yeah, 100%. I'll look them up and I'll let you know. As soon as I have the answer, I will let you know about that. But from what I know, again, the hijab itself, came as
Can you show me in the Quran where it says to cover yourselves totally from head to toe, where it says veil yourself? Because the Quran never says to make yourself look like a, like a ninja. Simply doesn't say that, unless you have a verse that tells you to cover your eyes, your head, your feet, your fingers, don't show any skin. Because again, I'm saying this to you because it's, for me, again, for the benefit of the man, the woman suffers. Women in Islam have always been suffering because of the man.
No, not really. I mean, James, because it happened, that I remember because it came down. قولوا لنسائكم أن يضربوا بجلابيبهن. So I know it in Arabic from the top of my head, but again, I don't remember the number of the verse. However, when this came up, so obviously it's like to distinguish, because at that time, Islam came down in Mecca, and then there used to be mixed people, so there was only few Muslims at the time, and then people used to do what they used to do, they eye, or they touch, or so they had to distinguish like the Muslim from the non-Muslim. And again, and that's, for example, like I see my personal view, I look at it now, like we have the Queen Elizabeth now, when she was alive, we didn't used to see her like in movies. And it's in covering, like covering the body is in all.
Man, as we said, I'm sorry to jump in. I'm agreeing with you. What I'm saying is that that's not the one we're talking about. We're talking about the picture that I had up the first time, where the women are absolutely being humiliated by walking around like this. And I'm saying this, that's humiliation. This to me is pure humiliation on behalf of the woman. This, even this over here, this covering over here, this is humiliating the woman. This is why I cannot, if I saw my daughter walk around like this, I would be embarrassed, because that's not what God created. He didn't want her to hide herself because the man couldn't control himself. This is why I'm saying to you, the only reason that I have a problem with the total covering, and if you look at any woman, you ask them, are you free? Look at how there's a woman that just, she's a YouTuber, I think it was, or something, that has worn this all her life defending Islam. And I think I saw the video a couple of days ago. She stood up and she just took it off. And she said, I'm done with this. And her family, what did they do? Her brothers came and beat her. Why? So that she had to cover the markings on her face again.
No.
Oh, man, this is not a free.
That's absolutely
a woman
wrong.
like this is not free.
That's absolutely wrong. What they did, because just before I forget, because I wanted to mention the transition between the first picture and the second picture. So I believe, and I need to double check that. So I know that the first picture is actually what they're supposed to do.
No. God bless you guys. Sorry for interrupting, Brother Bedis. I'm not trying to silence you, my friend, but if you know Arabic, James, God bless you, brother. Thank you for having me here, and the people in the chat as well. Nowhere in the Quran, listen, brother, if you know Arabic, nowhere in the Quran does it say that you have to cover your head. It's only talking about covering your breast area and lower. Okay, so you have to, take the clothes or the covering and lower it to cover the, let's say, the breasts and the rest of the body. That's what the Arabic says.
Yeah.
So it's in the Quran, you won't find the head covering itself. And I challenge any Muslim to come up and say, Rob, you're lying. So they played with the Arabic, actually. When they translate, in the translation, it's talking about head covering, but the Arabic doesn't say that. And you have even scholars from Al-Azhar University, and I can play you the video clip, where the Quran comes from, by the way, the 1924 Hafs edition, who debate one another about, does the ayah truly says to cover your head or only the body? Okay. So that's one. Number two, regarding the hadith that the host showed you, Sunan Ibn Majah 1944, the hadith about the eating of the two ayahs, stoning and adult breastfeeding. They tried to say that the hadith is not sahih. You know, Muslims who did some study, they said, no, it's weak. Sheikh Al-Albani said it's Hasan, which means good. But did you know that in the most earliest book where you can find this hadith, okay, for example, in the book of Ibn Hazm al-Andalusi in his Al-Muhalla bil-Athar, there the grading is Sahih. Sahih. So even that hadith is authentic. So this is the game that they play. They will try to weaken reports that are actually authentic, just to hide the idea that the Quran is eaten by a goat. So a beautiful goat came, flipped the dead body of the Prophet, because this is after the death of the Prophet, entered the house of Aisha and ate the ayahs. And according to, for example, Ubay bin Ka'b, the chapter where these two ayahs were inside used to be as long as Surah Al-Baqarah, and it was the chapter called Al-Ahzab. It used to be as long as Surah Al-Baqarah, but guess what? 213 ayahs went missing. Probably they were abrogated by the goat of Aisha. Go ahead, guys.
I get your point, but all your facts can be correct, Rob, but the timing of them when they happened, they can actually make no problem in Islam actually being okay with this, which means the only fact is the story that you said. Did you say, like, you know, when the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, died, a goat came and ate the Quran?
Yes.
So what you need to know is that the ayahs used to be in the Quran, and even Caliph Omar came to actually provide one of the ayahs, and he was stopped. He knew the ayah by heart, and even Ubay knew the ayah of stoning by heart. I can show you the hadith. But for some reason they were afterwards not included in the Quran. But the abrogation did not happen by the Prophet. The abrogation could not have been happened because Muhammad already passed away. So who abrogated the ayahs?
That's the one I just read to you. Remember that I said that they used to do it, and then it said, and Muhammad passed away, and they still did it after Muhammad.
Exactly.
So if Muhammad is gone, who abrogated it? Was there
Well,
another?
The Muslims.
but you know who abrogated them? Allah sent the goat. Jibril appeared in front of the goat, and I'm not trying to mock, but this must be what happened.
Yeah.
And the goat received the wahi, divine revelation from Allah.
Got you.
Peace be upon you, goat. Assalamu alaikum, ya goat. Alaikum assalam, ya Jibril. I came with wahi, ya goat. Thank you, Jibril, for making me the final prophet of Allah, because now the goat abrogated the Quran.
Got you. Well, the thing is, like, I personally think that obviously Allah, you know, so the Quran wasn't collected when at the time of the Prophet was alive.
What was not collected?
The Quran. It wasn't like all in one book.
That's true.
Yeah. So
that's another. That's
Can
another.
I show you the
bid'ah,
verse,
by the way.
Bettis? Do you want to see the verse?
Which one?
The one that where the goat eats it. Do you want to see that?
Oh yeah, let's see.
By the way, collecting the Quran is another bid'ah. Abu Bakr should have never done that. When he did that, actually, he did a command that went against Muhammad. So, which means that would be bid'ah, and bid'ah is haram. So, collecting the Quran, if your Prophet wanted to collect the Quran, he would have done it, right?
Yeah.
So, both Abu Bakr and later on Uthman for the second time in his rule during his caliphate, both of them they did bid'ah. And actually, when Caliph Uthman burned the Quran, one of the reasons why he got unalived by the Muslims was because he burned original Qurans.
Yeah.
That's why they got rid of him. One of the reasons, by the way.
Yeah.
Let me just read this to you, Bettis, so you can see what we're saying. Okay. There we go. So the verse of stoning. This is narrated Aisha. Did you see the number?
Yeah. I'll take a screen.
Yeah, well, there we go.
And just a little closer. That's okay.
Yeah. As you see, buddies, it says Hassan, right? There.
So, but if you look there,
Where
In the
does it
grading,
say?
all the way in the down, it says Hassan.
Oh yeah,
I
great,
have
Hassan.
Yeah. But I have a different book, the book of, like I said, Ibn Hazm al-Andalusi,
Mhm.
called Al-Muhalla, a very old copy. This is a website, right? We don't care about websites. We have the books where it says Sahih.
Mhm.
So they try to downgrade
Yeah.
hadith because this hadith is very, very
Wow.
damaging. Because
let's
a
read
goat,
it,
how can a
for-
goat
for-
abrogate the Quran after the death of Muhammad, right?
Yeah, this
Hang on
is
one
why
second,
Rob.
shall we read it first, my brother, just so we can, before we, just
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we can
go
land
ahead.
on what it actually said.
Mhm.
So it says, the verse of stoning and breastfeeding an adult 10 times was revealed. And the paper was with me. This is Aisha, with me under my pillow. So we're not saying the entire Quran, because remember, your Quran came down little by little, so people were writing it down
Yeah.
wherever they could find it, right?
Yeah.
Then when the messenger passed away, we were preoccupied with his death, and a tame sheep came in and ate it,
I got you.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just, yeah.
No, it does. Yeah, I see. That's why Rob as well mentioned the story of the goat. So that is actually the story of it, the hadith.
Yeah, but let me show you also what I said so that Muslims in the chat don't say, Rob, you're lying or anything. So, Brother James, to prove my point, to show him that the hadith has been downgraded on sunnah.com. There's no issue at all with the hadith, by the way. No issue at all. They play with the grading like always. And you should blame Darus Salam, the publishing company in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. That's what they always do. They always corrupt stuff in their new printings. Look, Al-Muhalla bil-Athar. Look how old my copy is. It's shredded. Do you see it? Al-Muhalla. They even wrote with the pencil, and you can see everything, right? Volume 11 by Ibn Hazm al-Andalusi, the famous historian and scholar, Ibn Hazm al-Andalusi. Okay. Look on page, look how old the copy is, guys. I have a very old copy. On page 236, here's the hadith that is being mentioned about Aisha, and a dajan came in, a dajan, the tame sheep came and ate it. Here, that's what the Arabic. فَدَخَلَ دَاجًا فَأَكَلْهَا. So it ate the ayahs. And what does it say here? وَهَذَا حَدِيث صَحِيح.
Yeah.
How did Sahih
You know,
become Hassan?
Yeah. That's hadith sahih. No, that's yeah, I totally, yeah, I'm with you, Rob, but I think where we're falling here is like the name of it is hadith, which means like in English, I don't know, a talking, or so like this is like an oral bit of the talking. Right, I got you. Yeah, is that the goat?
Yes, that's the goat of Aisha. We found him. Yeah, I'm all jokes aside, but yeah.
Okay.
Just to show you, brother, how Muslims
Okay.
need to even corrupt the grading. It's fascinating why we have to refute Muslims by going to very old books. Why in this religion, why does it need to pray like the goat prayed on the Quran? Why does it need to pray on the ignorance of Muslims and non-Muslims? Because we Christians then need to step in to refute how the scholar, they call them scholars, how the Muslim scholars even try to hide the evidence by trying to download certain hadiths. Why would you downgrade it?
And Rob, like, I think obviously we know that the rule in Islam, if you deny what Islam says, you're out of Islam. And this is a very, very dangerous statement. Like, even for me, myself, when I speak, whether I say something, you know, to make it nice, because, or make it bad, or make it look bad, because end of the day, it is, I'm supposed to believe in it 100%, and I'm believing God 100%, and every commandment and everything that He said.
Can I ask you something? Babette, sorry to jump in.
Yeah.
Do you now believe 100% that the verse of stoning and breastfeeding were once in the Quran? Because now remember your Muslim claim that the
Mhm.
Quran is as it always was. Nothing's changed, nothing.
Mhm.
So now we've seen evidence, and I can show you more evidence from hadiths that
Mhm.
the verses of stoning and breastfeeding are in the Quran.
Yeah.
And now you don't have it in the Quran, you have today. Now you said you're learning something new every day. If you have just learned that you have verses missing from your Quran that
Yeah.
you have been told has never been changed, wouldn't that change your perspective on Islam, the Quran, Allah, and Muhammad?
It wouldn't, James, and I'll explain why. Because the occurrence of the goat and that it happened before the collection of the book, and I know that the book itself, the way it has been collected, because obviously, as you know, Prophet Muhammad was illiterate, and he was like saying the ayahs, and they came like in different orders, so they had to know which one is one in which surah. Exactly.
The Quran or the Hadith also say Muhammad could read and write. So you see, your religion is a very difficult, complicated religion.
Could read and write.
Yes.
Would you like to see it?
That's probably then after the Jibril told him Iqra, which is like when the prophecy came.
So,
Obviously,
hang on, my brother.
So Muhammad learned how to read in, let's say, 12 years. In the next 12 years, he started to learn.
But not
to
only
read
that,
and write.
remember, Warika bin Nawfal and other people like them used to read the Torah to them and explain it to them. So if they could read themselves, they wouldn't need someone to read to them like a bedtime story while they're going to sleep. This was having people read the Torah and the Injil to the, according to the Hadith, people that couldn't read and write.
But not
We
also,
went to
not only
Sahih
that,
Bukhari
James.
114.
I'll
Sahih
tell you,
Bukhari
I was
114 says that Muhammad asks for pen and paper so that he can write down some stuff for them, and they deny that to him.
James, I want to add something on top of the hadith. So it's in Bukhari, but if you don't want to believe us, you can look it up in Bukhari. It literally says that Muhammad is asking for pen and paper
I can show it
to
to you.
write the final statement for the Sahaba so they will not go astray. And Umar said, no, Muhammad has gone mad because Muhammad was about to die from illness, from the poisoned food that he ate at Khaybar. So Umar said, no, don't do it. Our Prophet went delirious, totally mad in his head.
So here's the hadith number, buddies. If you want to take a screenshot, you can read it yourself. I can read it for you now as well.
Imagine,
Muhammad
in the
says
final
clearly,
days, according to Umar, Muhammad
bring
became
for
delirious.
me writing paper that I will write for you a statement after which you will not go astray.
Yeah.
But Umar said the Prophet is seriously ill and we got Allah's book. So according to them, they had all the things that they needed to have Allah's book with us, meaning it existed. And that is sufficient for us. So they argued and fought about it, but Ibn Abbas came out saying it was the most unfortunate, a great disaster that Allah's messenger was prevented from writing the statement for them because of their disagreement and noise.
Boom.
Okay.
Do you see it, buddy? So we have two issues, James.
Right.
Omar became the final prophet, not Muhammad. Why? Because Omar is stopping Muhammad from writing down a statement. Omar says, no, we have the Quran. Don't allow the prophet to write his statement down. Oops, you know what that means? That's a disaster on itself. Then you have another group. So the Sahaba were fighting one another. A group said, allow the prophet to write. Omar and his friends stopped Muhammad from writing. So this is why the Shia and the Sunnis, by the way, are fighting one another. Shia say, yes, the prophet could write and read. Unlike the Sunnis, the Sunni try to debunk them and they say, no, our prophet is illiterate. He cannot read and write. Ask any Shia, I will agree, brother, buddies. Yes. Shia wholeheartedly believe that Muhammad could read and write. He was not illiterate. On top of that, Shia believe that this final statement would have said the next caliph would be Ali. So this is the struggle between Shia and Sunnis for the last, let's say, 13 and 1500 years, 1350 years, okay, at least. So this is why This is why you, for example, you have the fitness that started to come, right? The unaliving in the two battles, you get the idea, the power struggle. Let me keep it that way. But brother, regarding the ayah of stoning, I have here a book in front of me called Al-Ithqan fi Ulum al-Quran. Al-Ithqan fi Ulum al-Quran. It says that Omar himself came. Omar ibn al-Khattab came, the same Omar. He came with the ayah called Rajm, al-Rajm. He came and he wanted to give it when they wanted to include it in the Quran. He came with the ayah. He knew the ayah. He memorized the ayah. Omar himself, ayat al-Rajm. But they did not want to include it. So yes, there were Sahaba who knew the ayah. The question is, why did they corrupt the Quran, and why did they leave out the ayah of stoning, ayat al-Rajm, and adult breastfeeding?
We've given you a lot, Badis. I hope you please forgive us for giving you so much. I just know that you can handle it. That's why we
absolutely normal. But again, James, because I know it's because there's like rules in Islam. It's very interesting, obviously, points that I would be looking into. But again,
and please remember this point. Remember this point. You said that a girl should be covered from head to toe at 10, while at the same time admitting that the little girl at 10 is not the problem. It's the men that are already looking at a 10-year-old that is the problem. So, Badis, do you agree that any man that lusts after a 10-year-old needs to be locked away?
Oh yeah, 100%. No, 100%. But that's not
you
the
are
reason.
saying. So what you are saying to me then is that the child must cover themselves just to avoid the man having lustful thoughts. Instead of the man being put away or getting some help, we now let the female suffer. And she suffers from the age of 10 for the rest of her life. Now she walks around like a post box just so the man is not getting tempted.
Yeah. Okay. I'll reply to that, James. It's no, like when we teach kids or like our kids, at 10, to wear the hijab, it's like a practice. So it's not. We know that you're doing it for God, and we tell them the rules. Look,
no, you didn't show me that. You didn't show me that. I want to see the verse, my brother, where it says you do it for God, where you're going to cover yourself and walk around like a tent, like a ninja. Listen, watch this, Badis. During COVID, did you wear the mask?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And did you find it comfortable to breathe in your own hot breath?
To be honest, I didn't have to put it. I didn't have to put it a lot, to be honest.
But it doesn't matter. When you did put it on, were you finding yourself lifting it up to get some oxygen, to get proper air?
Oh yeah, I mean, with a mask, I mean, you're breathing your own CO2.
Well,
so
hang on. Look at the picture that I got on the screen. What oxygen are you breathing? You're still breathing your own breath, correct?
That's completely this one. Like I can breathe. I do it myself, actually.
Come on, dude. Because listen, I when I do health and safety, and if you take someone and you see when you do scuba diving or you do it's called the breathing apparatus when you're working on offshore rigs or in ships, you actually have this thing called a lung that you insert into your suit. And that lung, you are able to breathe out and into this lung where you're breathing in your own oxygen. And after each breath, the oxygen, the clean oxygen, disappears, giving you just bad CO2, into this bag. So you're not really getting any more oxygen. Now, can you imagine if you have asthma and you had to wear the mask? You saw people struggle with asthma having masks on. Now, these poor women are constantly walking around, breathing in their own breath. There's a little bit of oxygen. I'm not saying there's no oxygen, but this is my point. Again, because of the man's lust, the woman suffers.
James, I want to add something, and I wanted to be clear to Badis. Badis, I hope you are sincere, my friend. Do you even know, Badis, why, since we're talking about lust, do you know why the ayah even came down, the ayah of hijab, supposedly? Why did it come down?
Hijab?
Yeah? Why did it come down?
It's from what I remember, because it was the
Asbab al-Nuzul for it. Why? The reason why the ayah came down. Why? Why did Allah send down from Jibreel to Muhammad the ayah of hijab. Why?
لأنهم تحرشوا بزوجات الرسول.
Yeah, Omar, again, you gotta love Omar. Omar went and he saw one of the wives, particularly, specifically Sauda. She was a big woman, okay? She was large, okay? Let us keep it that way. And he saw her naked while she was doing, let's say, number 1 or 2, the call of nature. You know, he even said, we see you, Sauda. So Omar was clearly, I have to say it as it is, a perv. He was watching the wives of the Prophet. So he went back and he said, Ya Rasulullah, I hope that that your wives will cover up. Not covering up the head, the body. The body. Again, not the head, the body. Because nowhere in the Quran does it talk about head covering. It's only saying lowering the covering, which means covering the body. So that's why the ayah came down, because the Sahaba were peeping. It was a peep show, clearly. They were peeping at the wives of the Prophet. That's why.
Did you know that? Faris, did you know that's the reason why?
No, I know the story. It's not like about the Sahaba.
Yes, it is, brother. It's because of Omar.
I mean, Omar,
before that,
it's not like
be honest, Bariza, but come on, brother. Let us be honest. I'm not trying to insult you. You know that, right? We're for the truth and nothing but the truth. The ayah literally was sent down because Allah wanted to agree with Omar. And even Omar, I can show you the hadith where Omar, in multiple hadiths, actually, he says that Allah agreed with him.
Yeah, I'm with you
Omar
in that one. Yeah,
comes clean and says, my Allah agreed with me.
I'm with you in that one.
Three occasions.
At least multiple occasions, actually.
The what? Sorry.
One of them is also Surah Al-Anfal. Do you know the Surah Al-Anfal, the violent chapter 8?
Okay.
Supposedly, Muhammad takes captures. Your Prophet takes captives. He goes to Abu Bakr and he asks Abu Bakr, Ya Abu Bakr, what should we do with the captives? Abu Bakr says, we should actually keep them alive or release them, keep them alive. Then Muhammad, as if he's not a prophet. Your Prophet goes to Omar and he asks him the same question. What should we do with the captives? Omar says, we should them. You know what I mean? Don't want to say the word. And suddenly Jibreel comes from above the 7 heavens with the ayah. The Prophet should not keep captives, but he should give the blood what it needs, the earth what it needs, the blood of the captive. Meaning, Muhammad should not have captives. He should unalive them. Chapter 8, if I'm not mistaken, I'm doing this out of my head. Chapter 8, 67. The blood is thirsty and it needs the blood of the captives, because Muhammad is not allowed to have captives. And Allah agrees with Omar again. Did you know that?
Let's just rewind back to the topic, Rob. Let's get back to the topic.
Because we went out. We kind of.
Yeah, but I'm mentioning just to show you how Allah kept agreeing with Omar. But actually, we can conclude that there is nothing called wahi. Muhammad simply is fabricating ayahs to agree with Omar, because Omar was serious.
How did you conclude that, Rob?
Because like James also said, and I just established the ayah of hijab. The ayah of hijab, all of these ayahs, Muhammad had to agree with Omar on multiple occasions. And why is he going to Abu Bakr? Why is he going to Omar? Aren't you Muhammad, Ya Rasulullah? Aren't you receiving wahi from Jibreel supposedly? Yeah. Aren't you getting revelation? Why are you going to Abu Bakr and why are you going to Omar to ask them what you should do with the captives? Read the tafsir, brother. You'll see literally that Muhammad went to both Abu Bakr and to Omar to ask them what he should do with the captives. And then suddenly, Allah agrees with Omar.
Look, I mean...
that's one.
Of course, like the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he has everything revealed to him. So even in the stuff that that he says, so that's why he has the description of alladhi la yantiqu ala al-hawa. So if he's asking Omar, he's asking him about the options. So they must be having like options. Okay, so which one do we choose?
But he's receiving wahi, ya akhi. My brother in humanity, your Prophet is receiving wahi. Why is he going to Abu Bakr and Umar to ask them what should happen? And then Allah needs to send from above the heavens. Allah needs to send Jibreel with wahi to fix the situation. If Muhammad is receiving wahi, on the spot, he should know the answer, because everything that comes out of the mouth of Muhammad, according to chapter 53, ayahs 3 and 4, وَمَا يَنْطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ. Everything that comes out of the mouth of the Prophet should be wahi,
Yeah.
divine revelation.
Can I read
The
it for
walking,
you,
talking
please,
Quran.
Badis? Let's read. I want him to see we're not just saying this.
Yeah.
Just watch this. Again, this is now you can see the reference there.
Oh, it's another hadith, yeah.
Yeah, just another hadith where
I'll be honest, James. Like honestly, I told you, like if you remember, like from my first time, like I don't enjoy, like, you know, talking much about hadiths, because I think like it's
but I don't know which ones you take. See, I don't know. You said you take some. I don't know if this is one of those you take, because this one agrees with what we said, because it says, I agree with my Lord, and then he says, oh, my Lord agreed with me in 3 matters.
I said, one second.
Wow.
What's going on? What's going on, Rob? Wait.
This is heavy.
But guys, this is a different topic. I just want to get back to the topic. We're just taking a bit of a detour, but I just wanted you to see that we didn't just say that just to say that. You can see that we have the evidence for it. But my whole point again.
What was that? I missed it. I missed it, James. But that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, let's stick to the subject. You know.
Yeah, I again, because again, as I've said before, to those that follow me would understand that on the YouTube,
Wow.
when you're searching for a topic, you will go to, for example, a woman in Islam. You know, you wouldn't want to go to see who agreed with Allah. That's a whole different topic. But I mean, you get what we're saying. And when it comes down to the Quran and to the woman, we spoke about the dressing of the woman. And then your Quran and the hadiths again, but again, in the Quran, do you agree that a woman should ever be beaten?
Oh,
100% no.
Say again, sorry.
100% no. Even
No. So when we go to the Quran, how would I, if I was now, you know, in a bush somewhere, and somebody gave me a Quran and said to me, this is the only thing you have, and I want you to read it. When I get to Surah 434, how am I supposed to translate 434 when it comes to that you're allowed to beat your wife? I just want to understand.
I left Islam.
yes, you just left Islam because you said I disagree, but Allah allows it in chapter 434. Actually, matter of fact, Allah commands the Muslim men to beat their wives if they are disobedient. It's a command from Allah. So
Well, let him read it first, and let's see if we can agree on it. So can you read it for us, brother? Even if you read it in Arabic,
Yeah.
I trust you. I think you're a good guy. You know, you're an honest one. You're one of the honest ones, if I'm not lying. I'm just but again, you know, you're honest, but I think that you also avoid what it actually says. Let me say it like that. So let's see if you agree with what Allah actually says in 434.
Sure.
Before we continue, let me give a quick shout out to all those that just came in. God bless each and every single one of you. Please, guys, tap and share. I'm going to bring up another Muslim soon. So again, thank you guys on YouTube and on TikTok. Don't forget, if you like Badis and you think you want to follow him because he's got something that, you know, what he says is good, then please follow him on, you know, and please, if you like what Rob is saying and the evidence, give Rob a follow. With me, there's no option. This is a dictatorship. You will follow me or else. I'm kidding. But guys, if you can, just give me a follow on the YouTube, guys. You can subscribe to the YouTube. If you don't, we know who you are.
yeah, and
But
don't subscribe to Amin because it's too silent.
Oh yeah, Amin is there. My apologies, man. Amin as well, guys. Don't forget. Don't forget.
We love Amin, but not too much.
That is, my brother, please, if you can read Surah 434 for me, just to make it make sense.
Sure. You're bringing it up on the screen?
Oh, do you have a Quran with you? I can.
Oh, yeah. I can bring it up if you want. Yeah.
I just didn't want to, because again, you'll say to me, I don't take that translation. You can do it in the Arabic.
1 second. Do you want it in English, right?
You can. You know what you do? Translate it from the Arabic to English, because you speak both.
If you
I do want to thank you though, Badis, for your wonderful conversation, because we don't always have the luxury to have a civilized discussion. So my hat's off to you, my friend. I wanted to say that to you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you as well. I mean, it's mutual. End of the day, we're here, you know, discussing, you know, our thoughts. We're not fighting. We're not. As I said, you know, I'm here, you know, from a good side. I want the good things for you, so that's why I debate it and we discuss it and I explain whatever I know, and I wouldn't lie. By Islam, I can't lie, you know, about anything that I don't know as well. So
You're giving me some good. You're saying things, man. You want me to go off topic, but it's okay. But it's okay. If you can read that verse for me, please, my man.
which one is that? Quran verse
4 An-Nisa 34.
verse 4.
And please, guys, 434 the screen, please. For those that know it, 434 the screen. Let's tap and share, please, guys. Let's get us at least to 50K. Tappity tap, please, guys.
Okay.
Look for the word وَاضْرِبُوهُنَّ.
Okay. Bismillah.
For those that would like to buy me a morning coffee, there's a link in the bio. You just buy me a coffee. We appreciate that. I take mine black with 2 sugars. Amin is now, he's moved down to black with 3 sugars from 4 sugars.
Wow.
He's getting sweeter by the day. So we're going to drop him down to at least 2 at some point.
The best is with 0 sugar.
I'm trying to get there, bro. I'm trying to get there. I actually don't like coffee that much. I'm trying to force myself to like it because it's so social.
Actually, when you drink coffee with sugar, you're not drinking coffee. You don't know the taste, bro. You should
Yeah.
listen. Huh?
Should I ban these people, guys?
Okay, I got the verse. I got the verse ready, guys.
Oh, Amin woke up. Hang on, he had his coffee.
He hears coffee and he wakes up, huh? I mean, God bless you, man.
I just got in the car.
Turn
I'm
the
American,
kettle off.
guys. Come on, man. Everything. We do everything big, man. Come on.
Yeah. All righty, buddy.
Sup, Amin? God bless you, bro.
Okay, I've got the verse with me now.
Bless, man. God bless.
I've got it in Arabic, and is that the translation in English? I'll
You
find
can do
it.
the Arabic because Rob and Amin will help you. Will help me because I don't speak the Arabic,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I know the words I'm looking for.
Yeah. The word is
So I wouldn't
وَاضْرِبُوهُنَّ.
lie about anything. I'm reading Quran, so I can't modify it. Okay, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الرجال قوامون على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض وبما أنفقوا من أموالهم فالصالحات قانتات حافظات للغيب بما حفظ الله والتي تخافون نشوزهن فعظوهن واهجروهن في المضاجع واضربوهن.
What's the word?
اضربوهن.
وَاضْرِبُوهُنَّ with
Yeah, yeah.
tajweed, right?
Yeah.
وَاضْرِبُوهُنَّ with tajweed. So that's the meaning, you know.
اضربوهن فإن أطعنكم فلا تبغوا عليهن سبيلا إن الله كان عليا كبيرا. صدق الله.
شو معنات بديز? I think you speak Arabic. شو معنات الضرب?
الضرب. Yes, this is actually the
Beating, right?
beating, which means it has the beating.
Thank you. Thank you for your honesty, my friend,
Right.
because many Muslims
Yes,
say,
the
no, it does
question
not mean beating.
Wait, I didn't finish the rope. I didn't
Stay
finish
honest,
the rope.
stay
Don't
honest.
get too excited.
Stay honest.
Yeah. So اضربوهن. So this is why, like in the Quran itself, if you go to Surah Al-Kahf, you will find.
Before we go anywhere else, buddies, before we go anywhere else, I just want to understand what did you just read now? Get to the part where it talks about what you do to your wife.
Just go to the section where it says وَاضْرِبُوهُنَّ. Because also notice that this verb, it's fala.
Yeah, وَاضْرِبُوهُنَّ, yeah.
So it's a
So
command.
what does the
It's
word
not-
mean for me?
Right.
Yeah,
So, sorry, go ahead.
I'll tell you. I mean, sorry. So yeah,
It's a fa'al, it's a command, right?
yeah. It's a command. It's a
The
command.
more Allah commands the Muslims to do وَاضْرِبُوهُنَّ. So
Hang on,
beat.
let's give him a chance. I would love to hear now. So the word is wa'adribuhunna.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what does that word mean? Because it's a command, as Rob just said, commanding them to do what?
To strike.
To strike. So you're allowed to strike your wife.
Yes. Well, not strike as in like hit, literal physical hitting.
Well, what?
So, and that's
What?
where the confusion. Yeah. I'll tell you, Rob. Just
Oh,
give me
you
a
are
chance.
telling
Give me a chance, please.
Mhm.
So which means like, quit, like leave the bed of marriage. So striking. That's why, like in the
No,
I
no,
refer
no, no,
to-
no. No, the leaving
Rob,
of the
Rob,
bed
he's
is
not done. Rob,
wahjuruhun.
let him finish. Let him land.
No, that's the
Rob.
the previous verb.
Rob.
Wahjuruhun.
Rub. Sorry. In Surah Al-Kahf, it said وَضَرَبَ على أذانهم سنين عددا.
That's a different siyaq of the word.
It's the same word.
Yeah, it's the same word in the context.
Context is different. The sayaq
Context
is
is
different.
different.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why I told you that verb right there for Amr, it's a command to beat, to strike. I mean, theoretically, yani harfiyan, strike بالإنجليزية. But
strike. Yeah.
that's the problem. That's what we're saying.
Context.
It's
Going on
not
strike.
right.
Going on
Context,
strike.
brother.
This is
No, y'all start. It's strike, bro. Come on, like let's not
Yeah.
play this game.
And by the way, regarding the is leaving them in their madaja. Madaja means that's where they need to be put in their, let's say, in their rooms. And if you go to the tafsir, actually, the Sahaba were tying their women with their hairs against one another. So literally, they used to take two women. Let's say you are married to two wives. They used to tie them up, or even with the robe against the bed, like an animal, like a camel or a horse or a donkey.
that used to exist. That's true. That used to
It's in
exist.
the tafsir. You can find it in the Tabari. So, brother, be careful.
Mhm.
You need to beating. The word is deep beating, and the other one is literally jailing them in their rooms.
Okay. So
Be careful.
like, because we know, and this is a law, like in the marriage. So beating, literal beating, physical beating is not allowed, because no one is
Brother,
allowed
come on.
to disrespect the
Come on, bro.
human being.
You're insulting
Wait,
our
wait,
intelligence. We are
Rob, hang on.
Rob,
Watch
just
this,
listen to my-
buddies. I'm sorry, buddies. I'm
It's
sorry,
tough,
buddies.
man.
Listen.
Just listen to my.
It's just tough for us because it's like, for instance, somebody telling a mathematician 2 + 2 is 5. I'm like, bro, like we can read it, we see it right there, buddies. Please don't gaslight us. Like, come on, dude.
I mean, I'm not. This is what I'm sharing with you. What I.
Yeah, but buddies, I'm sorry to jump in. I'm sorry. Listen, we've got hadiths. We've got other verses in the Quran that show us that you can strike something. When Moses struck the rock, he struck it. He didn't touch it gently, or he struck the rock. The hadiths continue that a man should not be asked as to why he beats his wife. It says that a man came to Muhammad and said, my wives are not listening to us. What did Muhammad say? Beat them. So we know that beating is normal in Islam. We know that according to the time of Muhammad, they were beating their woman. If you look at the Asbab Nuzul for the verse, it's because a man beat his wife. He came to the Prophet. He's the woman. She said, listen, I want retaliation.
Yeah.
The Prophet said, yes, you can have it. Allah came in, not a chance.
Mhm.
She can't have retaliation. This is according to the Asbab Nuzul, that yes, you can beat your wife. So again, I hear what you say, and what you are doing is that you are trying to make it I don't know, friendly, user friendly.
No.
He's trying to make it make sense.
Yeah.
No.
At least,
Unfortunately,
Habibi,
you're talking to us that have read.
and don't insult our intelligence, please, brother.
No,
We are
We've done the
Arabic.
research. We know what it's talking about.
Rob-
We just want to know. You said the word is strike. I'm just asking you.
Yeah.
Do you agree with Allah when He says in this verse that you can strike your wife?
Okay. James, I told you, and Rob as well, I told you, I'm not allowed to modify anything that takes me out of Islam. I'm not going to take that risk. So honestly, anything that comes out of my mouth is not me trying to soften it. It's my knowledge about that ayah or the Islam itself. So from the translation of strike, as I said, dharb means strike, like going on strike. So leaving the room at that time because it's
So it's like they're gonna walk around with a picket sign and they're gonna walk in circles around the house.
No, Badis. That's why I told you in the beginning, and you speak Arabic, so you understand. And Rod confirmed. This is fal amr, which means that it is a command. It's different than just like. This is a command to do something.
to
Like
strike.
within the sayaq, it means to strike, dude. But it doesn't mean to go on strike.
It
Like
means
that's
go on strike.
anachronistic.
Brother, I mean, we should take it a step further, since we're talking about this topic, striking women. The question is, did Muhammad apply it? Did the Prophet of Islam beat his wives? That's question
No.
number one.
Yes.
Did
This
the
is
other
exactly
Sahaba,
yeah.
the other Sahaba beat their wives? The answer is yes, a big fat yes.
Rob, from my I don't know, because there's obviously probably, you know, I don't know the source
We
that
can
you
show you the receipts, brother. We can show you.
yeah, show me.
Okay.
I
You,
can
you
show
sure, brother?
Oh, you're gonna show me hadith? Did you say
Yes,
Yes,
it's always
context, yes.
Hadiths again.
Hadiths, authentic sources, yes.
Yeah, Hadith. Sorry, it seems like in James. I'm sorry too, man. If it seems like we're just ganging, but it's like, man, like it's like trying to tell somebody 2 + 2 is 5, and then trying to just and Baddies. I know you're not doing it on purpose because this is what you've
Yeah.
been taught. I get it, but it's like, come on, man. Like, it's
No,
so
I
hard to
get
not
you.
say anything when you guys do this.
I get you. I mean, I get you. You know, like, because you know, for you, you probably know like the word daraba, which is the 3 letters daraba. It means like hit, but not like strike when it comes, you know, into the context in different
Yes, brother, it
contexts.
is.
Because you know the Arabic languages has like many rules and it's rich. It's the richest language.
Yes,
No,
bro.
no,
I
no,
know
no,
the
no.
rules.
No. The tafsirs makes it clear, the authentic hadith makes it clear. And for example, there's the hadith that the brother James earlier mentioned. I think you forgot about it, where a woman comes and she complains to the Prophet. It's, if I'm not mistaken, it's Sahih Muslim, and the brothers can pull it on the screen. In Sahih Muslim, brother, which is authentic, a woman comes and complains to the Prophet, Ya Rasulullah, you know, I wanna, you know, divorce my husband. And Aisha was there and she saw it. She saw the skin of the woman from the beating. Look at her skin. Her skin is more green than her clothes from the severe beating. Muhammad had the perfect opportunity to say to the man, to the husband, do not beat your wife. No, he actually told her to go back to her husband. He could have rebuked the husband. He did not so. He actually rebuked the woman and said, go back to your husband. And sorry to say it, that's what the hadith says. It's not my words. Muhammad says you have to taste the juice of your husband, and he must taste you must taste his juice. So he told her to go have schmecks with him instead.
Let me just show you another one before you go on.
Yeah, these
What's
hadiths.
what's
Where
this,
is this, Rob?
Baddies?
Where did you get this from?
Sahih Muslim.
Where is it? What number?
I'll show it to you in a second. Watch this. This is another hadith again, where it says, the messenger of Allah, do not beat Allah's bondwoman. When Ummah came to the messenger of Allah and complained, saying, the women have become very daring towards their husbands. He, Muhammad, gave permission to beat them. Muhammad gave them permission, gave the men permission to beat their wives.
Okay, then
Right.
carry on.
Then many women went to the family of the messenger of Allah, complaining of their husbands. And he, Muhammad, said, many women have gone round Muhammad's family complaining of their husbands. Those who do so, that is, those who take to beating their wives, are not the best among you.
Read that last bit again. I just got lost it.
Okay.
Or explain it for me, because I kind of lost it.
Okay, let's start from the top.
Who do you?
So,
No. Just the
Umar
last bit.
goes
Just the
again.
last bit. Just the last bit.
We'll
Always
get
Omar,
there
man.
because let's see over here. So
Uh-huh.
the husbands are complaining about their wives.
Yeah.
He, Muhammad, gave permission to beat them. So Muhammad said it's okay to beat your wives. Then many of the women went to the family of the messenger. Now we know Aisha, she said she's never seen any woman in Islam suffer more, any believing woman suffer more than any other woman. I'll show that to you. They were complaining of their husbands, and he, Muhammad, said, many women have gone round Muhammad's family complaining of their husbands. Those who do so, that is, those who take to beating their wives, are not the best among you.
So Muhammad is talking about the women who are not the best among you. So the women who complain are not the best. That's
So
one.
don't complain about what Allah's made lawful
Sorry,
through
to
Muhammad.
their wives are not the best. No, he's talking about the men that do.
No, the women. Read
No,
it.
those that do
Wait.
so, right? Those that do so, these are the ones complaining.
What do what when men have
Complaining about the beating.
Complaining about their husbands.
Yeah,
Right.
those who do
So
so.
those
Yeah,
that do so, that is, those who take to beating their wives are not the best among you. So you see the comma there. This part over here is talking about the complaining wives.
And there's actually a bunch of hadith that say this exact same narration. And what they like to do is they like to play with the English. But there's actually a hadith that's verbatim clear. It doesn't even say what this one says in front of us right here. It actually says like those who do that, and it's referring to the women, are not the best among you. Like it's clear.
James,
Yeah,
give me the
another
screen,
one.
James, for a
So
second.
watch this.
Oh yeah,
I'll
this is
just
the
read
hadith.
another
Yeah,
one.
this is the
So
hadith.
Rifa divorced his wife, whereupon Abu Rahman bin blah 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 married her. Aisha said, the lady came wearing a green veil and complained to her, Aisha. Remember, the wives used to come and complain to Aisha of her husband and showed her a green spot on her skin caused by the beating.
Caused by
So
the
the
what?
man didn't strike walking around the house, he struck her. It was the habit of the ladies to support each other. So this happened to many of the women. So when Allah's apostle came, Aisha said, I have not seen any woman. Now she knows she's seen many women. She hasn't seen any woman suffering as much as the believing woman.
Oof,
okay.
that's it. Now, in the same
That is
hadith,
what? Look, her skin is greener than her clothes.
it's a long hadith, as you see, but in the same hadith on the screen, brother, Muhammad does not rebuke the husband for beating his wife. Muhammad says to the wife, go taste his juice. So, and the Arabic, let me read the Arabic. You can go to the Arabic. Hatta, you know Arabic. Hatta yaduqa min usaylatiki, until he tastes your juice. So instead of Muhammad had the perfect opportunity
Not
to
the
say
juice,
to the husband,
juice.
do not beat your wife. No, he commands her to stay silent and go back to her husband and taste her juice, and he tastes her. So she should, and he should, basically, literally.
That's a good resolution.
Badis.
Yeah,
That's a
This
good
is
Let's
why-
imagine this is a prophet of God. This is a prophet of God, ya akhwan.
Jokes aside.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I know.
This
I
is
would love
why-
that too.
Yeah, like this is why, Baddies, it seems like we just keep, but it's like, bro, like this is stuff we know you haven't seen before, and you can go and do research, but we're doing it for you. I'm telling you, when you go on these dawah websites, they're just gonna lie to you. They're not even gonna pull up these hadith.
Look,
And
look.
when we're showing you this stuff, it just, I know it seems like a lot, bro, and like
So
we're
is
kind
that
of just
is,
jumping
Rob-
on you.
Look, buddies, look, buddies,
Can-
look,
can you
buddies.
bring- can you-
Hatta,
Slow down.
hatta
guys.
شو hatta يذوق من عسيلتك, until he, your
Okay.
husband, tastes your juice. This is the command of the Prophet.
What's that? Sahih.
This is Bukhari, brother. Bukhari, يا أخي. Bukhari. Well, here, let me give you the link. Bukhari number 5825. That's the source. Bukhari 5825. In the English translation, they lie. Look what they say in the
I'm not against
What
it, to
kind
be
of
honest, brother.
prophet does not rebuke the husband for beating his wife? Even the skin turned green. No, he commands her to go kiss and make up. In other words, share juices, brother. Here's the word juice.
I'll look that up.
Brother,
Yes.
this cannot be a prophet. This is
So,
the
yeah, guys,
prophet.
what this
Instead of
comes
saying to the husband, "Do not beat your wife," he says, "Go kiss and make up." And these are,
Rob, just one second.
sugarcoat.
I just want, guys, 1 second, buddies, 1 second. So, buddies, do you agree now that looking at the verse 434, that your version of strike is wrong compared to what all the evidence points to? From the Asbab Nuzul, the reason for revelation, the Quran itself, and the Hadith to back up what we just said. If all this is true, then it's not like taking a piece of paper and walking around your house saying, "I'm striking my wife."
James, I'll tell you, no, I don't agree with that, and this is for this following reason. And that's purely because, as I said at the beginning, Islam is simple. You follow the book and you follow, the Sunnah. I know that comes from the book, the verse that you mentioned, but the translation of it is, as I told you. I will next time as well bring you up, this is all sheikhs, all imams, that do say this.
No, they don't, my brother. We've had this conversation before. You can go onto the YouTubes. You can watch them say. They actually say, "Don't be ashamed of this verse. If Allah says to strike them, He means to strike them." They're actually telling people to stop avoiding the truth of what the verse is saying and doing what you're doing. Now, Badis, the reason that you do this is because you're a better person than the average Muslim. I'm saying this with respect to you, my man. Because you are saying to me, you would rather that it actually means to walk around striking your wife, walk outside, walk away. You wish that was true because that would fit into your understanding of your Islam. But unfortunately, you are the minority, the tiniest minority in the world saying this. This is why the Muslims today still do 434 to their wives. Today, none of them. Have you ever seen any of your friends walking outside with an A4 piece of paper saying, "Today I'm striking my wife"? Not a chance, bro. But what you will see across the board is that these people are being punished. I mean, even Muhammad strikes Aisha. We've got the evidence of this, my man. The Asbab Nuzul, the reason for revelation, is saying clearly this is what happened.
But Brother James, does baddies know? Baddies, listen carefully to my question, brother. This could be a little bit disturbing. Do you even know why women must be beaten in Islam? Do you even know why?
Why they must be beaten?
Yeah.
No, obviously I don't, because I know that.
Let me tell you why. Straight to you, without dishonesty like the Mashayikh will lie to you. No, because women in Islam are not humans. Women in Islam are cattle. Did you know that? Because you can beat cattle.
Okay, how did it refer?
And can I show you? Can I show you the proof?
Yeah, show me.
Okay, watch this, guys. This could be a bit disturbing though. Watch. If you go to Medina, brother, and you become an imam, they will teach you from books. They don't teach you from hot air. They teach you from books. And here is one of the books.
While you find that, I just want to ask him this.
No, I have it here.
Okay, Badis, but 1 second, Badis. If anything that we've shown you is true, if anything is true, would you ever say, well, I've got a limit of what I can accept and not accept? Do you have a limit, or is everything okay?
My boundaries are clear, James. Like for me, I follow the Quran. So anything that's in the Quran, I have to say.
But the scholars take from Quran and Sunnah, right? They don't, no Muslim scholar would dare to fabricate anything because he's out of the fold of Islam. That would be bid'ah, that would be corruption of the religion. So the scholars take the Quran, they take the madhab, and they then come up with a statement. So look, this is a book that they teach at the Medina University, the most renowned university for the mashayikh to become graduate imams. Look, this is taught in Medina University, in Medina al-Mukarrama. Look, Ghida al-Albab, Sharh Manzumat al-Adab, Sunni book, not Shia, by Muhammad, the famous scholar, Muhammad al-Safirini, volume 2, and here is the cover of the book.
Never heard of this guy.
Ghida al-Albab, look, page 210. Watch this. Look. وقد ذكر العلماء إن لوات التحيض من الحيوانات 8: المرأة، الضبع، والخفاش، والأرنب، والكلب، والفرس، والناقة، والوزاغ. Translation.
Wow.
Oh, what? Sorry, what happened?
No, I said wow.
Yeah. The scholars have said that there are 8 types of animals. There are 8 types of animals that can menstruate. Animals, al-haywanat. A woman is what? An animal, a menstruating animal. And a hyena, a bat, a female bat, a female
dog,
rabbit, female dog, a horse, a she-horse, she-camel, and a gecko. So a woman is not a human being in Islam. She is one of the type of animals, 8 type of animals that can menstruate. A woman is not a human. And I can show you also in the final statement of Muhammad. Muhammad calls women cattle.
One second.
Look.
This so far, Rob.
Yes.
This is according to this guy, a random.
This guy who doesn't know Islam.
No, Aisha said the same thing too.
Yeah.
There's a hadith where she says, Muhammad, you have reduced us to donkeys and dogs,
Exactly.
basically. And then she was asking about it. James or Rob,
Let me show you the hadith.
Yeah.
Look, here's the hadith. So, like I said, the scholars are not taking this out of their buttocks. They don't dare to fabricate anything. They take everything from the Sunnah and the Quran. Look. For example, here is Bukhari. For example, Sahih al-Bukhari 511.
Yeah.
So to show you where the scholars are getting it from, where Muhammad al-Safarini getting his information from to teach it to the scholars. This is a scholar of scholars, not a small guy. Look,
one second.
narrated Aisha.
Before you start, Rob, very quickly on that guy, the other book.
Yeah.
The scholar. So, for example, we cannot compare him to the Prophet, someone that gets revelation.
Brother, he's a teacher of Imams, brother.
Yeah, one second. Because I think, he probably meant mammals. Because we even...
Haywanat, ya akhi, haywana.
Yeah, that's...
It means animal, dude.
Your mother, your sister, your daughter are haywanat.
No.
Yes, it says that.
Yes, dude.
This is
If
according
somebody,
to him.
if somebody says
Yeah,
haywan, it means animal, dude.
Yeah.
Now here,
If
let's
he
read the
doesn't
hadith,
take
buddies.
this,
Hold
the
on.
hadith confirms it, buddies.
Yeah, look,
Don't take
narrated
that.
Aisha.
Look what the
The
hadith
things
says.
which stop the prayers were mentioned before me. They said prayer is annulled by a dog, a donkey, and a woman.
A woman.
Now look at the reaction of Aisha. Aisha said, "You have made us, i.e., woman, what?
Dogs.
Haywana, animal."
One sec. Yeah.
Look here. Wal kalba. So a woman is equal. Look, here's the woman and here's a dog. A woman is equal with dogs.
Oh, no way.
Wal-iyadu billah. Yeah. So Sahih Bukhari under the bus.
Okay.
Sahih
So
Bukhari under the bus.
bring
The
that.
scholars and ulama under the bus.
One
What's
sec.
left of Islam? What is left of Islam?
1 second, guys. Just give him a chance now. And again, I can show you a verse as well where he's saying,
Can you bring that hadith,
you have
please?
made us equal.
James? Yeah, please. That hadith, the last one that you...
511 Bukhari.
The annulled one, yeah.
5 Bukhari. 511.
511.
I'll
So
show you. I'll
basically-
show that to you. But let me show you this one. It is not good that you
Let's go one by one,
have
James.
made
Sorry,
us
otherwise, it's too many
women
to...
equal to dogs and donkeys. See that? Equal
Yeah,
to
yeah.
dogs and donkeys.
Yeah, bring that hadith up. Bring that hadith up, please.
One
Which
more
one?
time?
511.
Yeah. Just like put it on the screen for people.
Okay.
The
one
oh
I'm
yeah, you
showing
got
you
it
now.
like that. It's fine. It's fine.
Let me just show you this one.
Yeah.
This one says, narrated Aisha, again Bukhari, 519. I'm getting to your one in a minute. It says, it is, oh my gosh. It says, it is not good that you have made people, that you people have made us women
Yeah.
equal to dogs and donkeys.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Wow.
then
No doubt I saw Allah Apostle praying while I used to lie between him and the Qibla, and when he wanted to prostrate, he pushed my legs and I withdrew them.
okay.
So he
Yeah.
couldn't even bear the fact that she was near him. He used to push her away.
Yeah. I know
Why?
that.
Because
like,
what annuls the prayer? Dogs, donkeys, women.
Yeah.
Equal. They are equal. Dogs are like women. Donkeys are like women. So a woman is
Another one,
not a
Sayyid
human
Bukhari.
being, brother.
Okay.
A woman
Let me
is
know.
let me finish, brother, if you please, with all due respect. A woman is only good for one thing. You know what that good thing is? To make her pregnant, to produce children. That's her only job. Put seed in her. That's the only job. That's why she's compared to the animals.
I don't blame you
is
for
an
thinking
animal.
that, Rob. I don't blame you for thinking that.
No,
No.
don't blame me for
Let's-
thinking. I'm only
let's-
reading.
Yeah,
I
let's
mean,
give him a chance
yeah,
to
yeah.
answer now. Let's
That's
go on,
it.
Badis. I want to know what you
اللولات
think
Thank
about
من
what we've just
الحيوانات
presented to you
ثمانية
now. I
المرأة
just want to know
والضبع
what do you think
والخفاش
about
والأرنب
it.
والكلب والفرس والناقة والوزة.
Rob, let's give him a chance to answer now. I want to know. what
I
he
gave you
feels.
the 8 types of animals. A woman is one of them. يا أخي يعني يكفي اللف والدوران ما يلزم يعني. This is Islam. Take it or leave it.
Rob, let's give him a chance to answer. Badis, do you want to come back with something just so we understand what you take
Thank
from
you.
what we just showed you?
Just give me my time whenever.
Now,
Go ahead,
now,
go ahead.
you.
you're finished.
Now it's you.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Rob. Please, without interruption, because obviously I did let you repeat them a few times.
Sure,
but-
go ahead, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. So we know in Islam that yes, women do annul the prayers. Okay. Dogs do annul the prayers, and donkeys do annul the prayers, but they're not the same. He's mentioning 3 different things for 3 different reasons, and they're not equal. God forbid, our women are not equal to animals. In fact, we look at our women. Islam says that the heaven is under the feet.
It's fabricated hadith.
the mum.
Don't use it. Fabricated hadith.
No.
Yes,
Rob,
yes, yes. No.
Oh, it's
Fabricated.
fabricated, dude. It's
Fabricated.
literally,
You want me
it's
to show
literally
you?
fabricated.
Don't use fabricated hadith because the scholar said it's fabricated. Don't do that, brother. You have been lied to. The hadith about the paradise is under the feet of the mother
Rob,
is
can I finish my
fabricated.
point, please, bro?
Yeah, but don't use it, brother. Come on, we know your religion better than you. With all due respect to you, by the way. And I have here the final boom for you because your prophet called women dogs. Watch the words of Muhammad.
I'm explaining to you.
Brother, don't use fabricated hadith. We have shown you Bukhari and whatnot. Don't give us
Okay.
fabricated
Forget
hadith,
about
yeah.
that hadith, Rob. Now we interrupt him. The conversation was flowing pretty good.
Bro,
Now
I
we're
know, but
kinda getting-
when I use fabricated hadith to you, you'll say, Rob, you're a liar, a big fat liar. So, brother, why do you use a fabricated hadith
do
when your
apolo-
scholar said the hadith is fabricated?
Ignore that.
Okay, thank you. But can I show you what your prophet said about the
Let me
women?
just
give him
get
a
to the
chance,
point,
final
please,
statement.
Rob. Come on, now you've
Rob.
many points now at the time. Come on, bro.
Okay, go ahead, but
We
don't use
listen to each
fabricated
other,
hadith,
please.
brother. With all due respect, you're insulting our intelligence, please.
No, Rob. Listen, I'm saying, for us, women annul the prayer because they could distract you. So this is why, like, women, they have their section where they pray on their own, and men, for example, in the prayers, they're at the front and women at the back, so that we don't get distracted.
Lust,
Is-
yeah, because of lust.
Wait, Rob, wait, bro.
It's like in case, like, because in Islam, you'll find someone with an incredible sexual drive, someone, normal people like us, so
Badis, I want to ask you this. Do
everyone,
women have sexual urges?
this is why these rules are put there
Badis,
for the extreme
Badis,
and for the non-extreme.
Badis, do women have sexual urges?
Oh yeah.
So when a woman is now staring at a man that's in front of her, do you think that it's also possible for her to lose concentration?
Yeah, this is why there is a veil between us. It's only your family, like
So there's only a veil. So hang on now, watch this again.
Mhm.
So the man again is blaming the woman. The man again, remember what I said to you, the only reason the woman covers is because a man can't concentrate. Now, when you are praying, I said to you again to lower your gaze. Your Quran teaches, your Hadith teach you to lower your gaze.
Yeah.
Muhammad never did, and he was the example. So no Muslim man has ever did that either. So what did they do? They blame the woman because they can't lower their gaze.
This is your conclusion.
No, my brother, this is the Hadiths. The Hadiths are telling me this. Sunan Abi Dawood, Muhammad was sitting with the boys. A woman walks by. What does he do? He gets so excited, he runs into his wife and he does dingy with her. He should have looked at the floor, lowered his gaze. Sunan Sahih Muslim 3409. Again, Jabir says that when a woman fascinates anyone of you and she captivates his heart, he should go to his wife and have dingy with her until he repels what he feels. Sahih Muslim 1403 says that again, that the woman will make you want to have dingy. So run to your wife because she comes in the form of a devil. So again, your God and your prophet is saying that a woman comes in the form of a devil to tempt you. And because of that, run to your wife. But the problem is, if you had lowered your gaze, focused on your God, this would never have happened.
Okay, James. I mean, I was in the middle of explaining it, to be honest, but now I kind of got fuzzed away. Okay, so right, so the women, for example, as I said, like, you know, if you're applying a rule, like for example, today, if we're applying a rule, we're applying it for everyone.
No, my brother, the hadith is, I'm sorry, man. You're saying things that's not true. Listen, the hadith doesn't mention men. It says women, dogs, and donkeys are equal. Equal. I showed it to you on the screen. It says they are equal in disturbing the man's prayer. Can you show me anywhere that the man disturbs the woman's prayer? Anywhere.
The what? Sorry.
That the woman disturbs sorry, if a man walks in front of a woman, that this also disrupts her prayer. Because so far it says only woman, dog, donkey, and because of these three things, your prayer is annulled. Yeah.
So like for women, let's start with women. Okay. So how do they annul the prayer?
Because they're dogs and donkeys.
Come on, 1 sec, Rob.
What do you mean?
It's for a reason. Okay. So men,
animals.
Okay. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna go, honestly, like, because I feel like the conversation now, we kind of stopped listening to each other.
Why, brother? Why? You're asking a question, I'm answering. Why you are getting frustrated? You're asking a question, I'm answering.
Rob, you know,
you showed the hadith.
You keep commenting, and we're not listening to each other, and I felt like it went a bit personal, as I said again.
No, brother. With all due respect, no, because look, I told you I have the final book to show you, because you know your prophet said it. What about if I can show you from the mouth of the prophet? Why are you getting frustrating with me, brother? With all due respect, I'm not frustrated. With all due respect, if you should be angry with someone, not with me, because we are only reading. Look. The history of At-Tabari, Tarikh At-Tabari.
No, you're going to throw another information now, Rob. Sorry.
Brother, hold on. Before your prophet died, look what he said about the women. Hold on.
I didn't
on page 113. But brother, hold on. Hold on, Badis. Get angry with the prophet. 113. Hold on. Look what your prophet said before he's passing away. Treat women well.
I'm sorry.
For the women are like domestic. Women are what? According to your prophet, this is your prophet talking. Your women are what? Domestic what? This is your prophet, brother. So he told the man to treat the women well, because you know you should treat your donkey well. You should treat your dog well. Your women are domestic animals, brother. A pet.
Okay, Rob. Just give me, when you say something, because you threw too many information. Okay.
Too much information. I agree, brother. I agree. Too much.
And too many. And then while I'm in the middle of replying, to the first one, you go to the third and the fourth already.
Yeah. Forget about the.
You know what I mean? That's not a good way of conversation. So let's go one by one.
One by one.
So for that one, so for that hadith, before I forget now, the only domestic pet is cat.
Where do you find that?
Not a woman, right? Not a woman.
Because dogs.
Hang on, Rob, just one second. Badis, where did you find that?
I'll tell you. Because for us dogs, you know that Muslims do not bring dogs inside home.
Yes, they do.
No, we don't. Like I'm talking by Islam. I would love to get a dog. Like, don't get me wrong. Like most of us get like a dog.
But your prophet said if you are taking a god for guarding, or maybe for as a herd of sheep, you can keep. So brother, be honest with us. Like I said, we know your religion.
Let's give him a chance.
But that is not domestic. That is not inside the home. You know what I mean, Rob? That's the difference between the cat. The cat, you can allow him in your bed. You can allow him on your prayer mat.
Show us the hadith.
Rob, 1 second, Rob. 1 second. Can you just show me, where do I find that you're allowed to have a cat as a pet? I've never heard this before. This is new. Sorry about that. Where do you find this?
The what? Sorry.
The cat. Where did you find that you're allowed to have a cat as a pet, as opposed to any other animal, a bird, a fish? I don't know. Where did you find the cat?
The cat. The Prophet, peace be upon him, he used to have cats in his home, and one of the cats actually, gave birth in his lap, and he
Find this.
allowed
Where is this?
them.
So where's this? Where do you find this then?
To be honest, with this one, I'm I know the story. I heard the story. Like, I'm not gonna say, oh, it's sahih, this and that. Like, I'm being honest
Didn't
here.
Muhammad have a dog in his house, a little puppy under his bed?
Uh-oh.
No.
And the
Yes.
angel couldn't come
No.
to him?
Yes, he did.
I'll tell you, Rob, James. The dogs, they weren't allowed, because of the because the nature of them. They used to be like for herding. They used to
The
be
host,
few
brother
hours.
Betty's, the host asked you, did the Prophet had dogs inside his house?
No,
Are you sure?
I'm sure that. Dogs
What if
are
we
not
can?
allowed
What
to-
if we can prove you wrong? What will you do?
We jump into another point.
No, but you said no, brother. And be careful. Your Prophet said in a very famous hadith in Bukhari, if you lie about me, then take your seat in hell. So be careful if you lie about the Prophet, because we
Yeah,
have
this is why, like, I would say no, but I'm not. I wouldn't say.
You
oh,
want to
yeah.
take it back, brother? You want to take it back, because here I have multiple hadiths and books that say that the Prophet used to have dogs in the house.
That's fine, no problem. I'll take that back.
Be careful. Not
Yeah,
only
I mean,
dogs,
this
by the
is
way,
why-
not only dogs, but
Rob.
also idols. Idols too. Dogs and idols. That's why Jibril was terrified to enter the house of the Prophet. He stayed away for a long time.
That's the factor as well, man.
Honestly,
That's
I
the
It's a
honestly
fact,
fuzzed.
bro, it's a
I honestly fuzzed because I received a couple of phone calls and I need to go, honestly, James. But there was like too many points and I kind of got lost in between them.
But brother, be careful, okay? We're only saying be careful because it will take you out of Islam.
Oh,
Be
no,
careful.
no. This is, yeah, that is my rule, and if this is why, like I say, if it's something like, for example, a random question like that about if the Prophet did have a pet dog or did they enter home or not, that's a quite specific. So I have to know something. That's why, like, I think,
Well, like I said, I have the receipts, I have the hadiths, the books, I have the hard copies where it says that Muhammad used to have a dog and idols, and that's why Jibril got terrified to enter the house, because Jibril says, I do not enter a house that has dogs and idols in it. And guess what? Your Prophet had idols and dogs.
that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. It could be like probably at the beginning.
But you
okay,
said Muhammad
so-
did not own dogs. You said it.
Yeah. I said, that's what I was thinking.
Please take it back, brother, because the Muslims will take it.
We stuck on this now. I just want to move on just a bit. So again, we're still talking about women. We're still trying to understand the dog and the donkey. So
Honestly,
I'm
I
giving
need
you a
to
chance,
go,
Betty,
James.
because I know you need to go soon. Would you
Yeah.
like to just land? Rob, please, let's
Yeah.
give him a chance to land.
Okay,
And
bro.
it doesn't matter what he says now. I think
I honestly
We've
lost
talked
the
to you
point.
enough.
I honestly lost the point. That's why, James. Just remind me again. Maybe I can.
just
Rob,
okay, let's just go back to this one. I showed you the hadith that says that women are equal to dogs and donkeys.
Oh yeah, there you
Right.
go. Okay.
You disagree with Bukhari.
Yeah.
You disagree with that, meaning you disagree with Aisha and you disagree then with Muhammad. Because he said it, Aisha narrated it, Bukhari just reported it. So you disagree with Muhammad, Aisha, and Bukhari, and you have a better explanation. What is your explanation?
I mean, for my explanation, it's not like the combination of them three. Obviously he mentioned women and dogs. Why dogs and why donkeys? It's because dog is dangerous. They could bite you. A donkey could maybe kick you if it's too close. Yeah.
The woman?
Sorry, guys.
What's the woman going to?
Oh, there you go.
All
All
right,
right.
the woman going to
Yeah.
do?
But thank you, bro. Thank you.
What's
Sorry,
the
man.
woman gonna do? Sorry,
Rob, the
one
host
second,
was
man.
laughing. I
Rob,
was
wait,
laughing.
Rob. I just want to know. The dog will bite. The donkey will kick.
What would you
What is
think?
a woman
What would
gonna
you
do?
think? What would you think? He would say. Why would?
Well, I don't know. He's lowering his gaze, right?
One second.
Sorry, guys.
Who's lowering his gaze?
Well, Muslim men.
So lowering gaze on what? Like, what do you think? The dogs annual the prayers.
Because
Well,
because they're najis. The reason why, and this is why, even if you talk to Muslims today, they can't pet them, because if the saliva gets on their hands, they have to
Yeah.
do ablution, wudu, all over again. The
Yeah, yeah.
dogs are najis. The donkeys najis. Even according to your prophet, the Christians and Yahud najis. Come on, like it
there's
has
a
nothing to
Quranic
do
verse,
with.
isn't it?
Yeah, like this has nothing to do. And I'm sorry, Badis, I had to drop because I didn't want to just keep interrupt. It's hard not to say stuff when you talk, man. I'm sorry, I had to drop.
And even,
Yeah,
I mean, even the women are najis, because if you touch, with all due respect, you do the number 3,
43.
you touch it according to the Quran,
Yes.
and you touch a
43.
woman, you have to wash. So women
Oh,
are
yeah.
equal with.
Well, would
Sorry.
you? No, one sec though. So
Yeah.
would
That's
you
what it says.
touch your woman and then you go and eat your lunch and?
No,
Oh my
it's
gosh.
it's the number 2.
Let me give you the number,
Gha'it
guys.
and the woman.
Surah
the
4,
and the
43.
woman.
Surah 4:43
Yeah,
says,
like obviously,
that
if you
come
go
out
and
of the
touch your woman,
toilet
you go
or
and
even
have a
touch your
shower.
woman,
This is what
that you must
I
wash your
hope, Rob.
Yeah, so they are equal, exactly.
It's not
anyway,
about equality. You keep
listen,
saying it
I
about
don't want
equality,
to hold
but
you. I don't want to hold you.
it's
and
about
let you feel that
hygiene,
you-
and there are like hygiene reasons. And
What about touching the man, Badis? Remember, your prophet, according to the hadiths again,
yeah,
used to sleep with all 9 wives, all 9 in one night with one
In
wash.
one night with one
With
wash, dude.
one wash. Now you tell me, who should be the one doing the washing, the woman or Muhammad after he goes from wife to wife?
that's according to a hadith.
Everything
Yeah,
is hadith.
Bukhari.
The entire religion is based on hadith.
I for example,
Bukhari, brother,
I think
Bukhari.
here, James, like when it came to this, and I researched, for example, why do women, for example, when they get divorced, they have to wait a certain period of time, and then men, they can, they pretty much can do it straight away, like with another woman.
Wow.
Now science actually, does
Share your juices, brother. Share. Let it flow.
Come on,
Let it
Badis. Like
flow.
like this is the problem when it comes to specifically
What was
you
they
being
going
there.
to say? What was they going to say? I mean, Rob, because I know now you interrupted me, but honestly, did you know what I was going to say?
Yeah,
No, I'm
men
sorry,
are
bro. Go
mocking
ahead,
the
bro.
woman.
Fadl, go ahead, dude. I didn't
He
mean
wants to say that men are
The
more.
door is
clean than
ringing,
women.
guys, and I honestly got to go now.
All right, man.
One sec.
Khali Balik, bro. Go ahead and
One
take
sec.
care of
Brother,
yourself.
stay away from Islam, brother. You left Islam actually a couple of times on the call. I'm not kidding. And everybody noticed it. Once you went against Allah, then you said, no, that did not happen. And we showed you. You even said that Muhammad did not own dogs. And we have the receipt to refute you about it. Muhammad used to have not only dogs, but statues and idols inside his house. So go with the peace of Christ, my friend. Please stay away from Islam, because Islam is not good for anybody.
But it's
No.
good conversation, brother. I know we
Thank you, by the way.
all
Always.
spoke to you at the same time, and you took it like a man, bro. God bless you.
Yeah.
No, honestly, bro, it's I love, when it gets, but I notice sometimes, like towards the end, it kind of goes a bit sarcastic and that, but look, honestly, Rob, like I do mean it. I come, on these lives because I research these points, and I always, find the explanation for it that is very logical, and honestly, it's strengthened my faith in Islam.
Here's a question for you, buddy.
This is why.
I understand, buddies, but
hang on,
it
Rob.
should
1
stay-
second, Rob. 1 second.
Yeah.
Somebody asked the question: do you believe that Muhammad did the night journey to Allah?
Yes.
Beautiful. If the donkey is najas, how does the donkey get to heaven?
No, it's not a donkey. Actually, this is a good subject that we could bring up, one day, James.
Oh man,
can go through
I love this topic because his
Yeah.
own wife said, "Please don't tell anyone you left the bed because you slept with me the whole night." That's
Yeah.
what she said. But go on.
Yeah, this is why. Yeah, it's again, it's a very interesting topic. You can bring it up, one day, and we can come up, and discuss it, respectfully.
Beautiful.
Yeah, buddies, before you go, buddies, I gave you the final boom where in Tarikh al-Tabari, where the Prophet in his last sermon, before he had to pass away, he said, treat women well. Again, Tarikh al-Tabari, volume 9, page 113, treat women well, Muhammad said, for
The
they
last
are
words, yeah.
domestic animals. So yeah, I think it should strengthen your faith that your prophet calls all women in your family, all your loved ones, the women are animals, domestic animals.
Is that why,
Steve,
like,
when you
is that
research
why,
this
like,
stuff,
the last words, he was saying, like, look after your.
Yes, final words. Yes.
So, like, why did he not say pets?
Well, domestic animals. I think it's clear enough, right? Should
So
we
was he saying
discuss?
domestic animals
Should we
or
discuss
women?
what domestic animals are, brother? What are domestic animals? I mean, someone please, maybe it's just me. What are domestic animals, brother? Is that
I
like a
mean,
human? Is it a human?
in terms of
No.
like farming and stuff like that with domestic animals, even though Quran and Surah Al-Baqarah says that you can treat your women like a tilth, this is why they're being reduced to animals. They're domestic animals because even on a farm with farming, you can health your farm, you can treat them like animals. You like that is like I'm sorry, man. Like and I know you have to go, but if you say you're doing research, if you do your research, like honestly, then like I don't know. I think about kafir, Arib, like you'll be a kafir soon if you actually do research on this, because there's
Yep.
no way that you can stay in this religion, research the stuff that we're telling you, and come out thinking that makes sense. Unfortunately, if you have more, I'm trying not to be offensive. I'm really not trying to be offensive, but you have more decency than your prophet, because I mean, imagine you go to your wife right now. You are a decent guy. Like if I saw you on the street, I'd give you clothes off my back. I like you a lot, honestly.
Same
But
here.
if you
Same
were,
here.
but
Yeah.
if you were to go to your wife right now and you were to say, "Hey, look, you know what? You did something I didn't like," and then you raise your hand to her, like, I couldn't even imagine you doing that. You can't even imagine yourself doing that. But if it's a command in the Quran to strike her, if your prophet's saying that she's a domestic animal, if your Quran is saying you can treat her like a tilth and plow her however you want, whenever you want, like this is a problem. Mushkila kabir. Baby, like bro, damale. Like come on, dude. Like this is common sense, please. We are asking you to use your brain. This religion, mishmaul, it's unreasonable. It makes no sense to anybody who actually researches it. We want you to come to Christ. The next time you come, we can talk about Christianity. You can ask us questions and we can show you how it is quite literally the exact opposite of what you see in the Sunnah, in the Quran, in the Hadith, in fiqh. All of it is completely different, bro. Please leave this madness.
Yep.
Okay, I appreciate your beautiful intention. I see like it comes from but again I do the same as well. I share the same feelings. That's why I'm here again, talking always respectfully. And let's make it a logical conversation, like
No problem. Follow us, buddy. Well,
and
everybody,
then
we like to have a conversation.
and then we will see where it leads, honestly, because
Buddies, if you
love
have to go,
Jesus.
brother, thank you for the conversation. And we were a bit sometimes, sometimes I think it's necessary to be a little bit harsh on the edges when you deny sources while we put them on the screen. But when you're going to leave, brother, I have a surprise for all the Muslims who are listening, because we're going to show you what Allah calls the women, your mother, your sister, the women in the family who will go to Jannah, what Allah will call them next, because since the topic is about women. So I hope you're going to stick in the chat. So I will provide, of course, the receipts. We don't talk without backup. That's not our style, because we're going to show you when a woman dies and goes to Jannah, what Allah will call her. Allah himself in the Quran.
Yeah, sounds good. I hope it's all coming from the Quran and that,
Of course,
again, as long it carries on, keep the respect, guys, even not only with me, like, with other guys, try always, to keep it a nice, beautiful conversation, because everyone, we represent ourselves, you know what I mean?
I agree, buddies, but the problem
is
your prophet and Allah did not respect the woman. That's the problem. When you talk about
I just want to say this: the people on both YouTube and on TikTok, I'm not sure if you've watched the comments. I think everyone agrees that you are a genuine person. I think you've got this, great personality. And because of your great personality, I think people are not pushed away by you. They're attracted towards you. But everyone said the same thing, that you're a great person, but you are truly blind. Because not only are we presenting it to you, you've denied it before. You haven't even said, this is why I said, at some point, and we'll end with this. If you take the cup and you fill the cup with water, at some point there's going to be one drop that's going to enter that cup that's going to cause it to run over.
Yeah.
My question to anyone, for me, beating your wife or sleeping with a child, that to me is where it runs over for me. That's like, there's no coming back from that. I don't care whether it's the best God, whether it's the best prophet. If that's in your book, in my book, that to me is like there's a boundary I'm not going to cross. This is why I say to you, Badis, I asked you earlier, where's your boundary? What would cause you to say, oh, this is too much? We didn't get to 65-4, where you're allowed to penetrate children in Islam. I chose this one because I didn't want it to go, but again, every school of thought, every school in Islam agrees that you can penetrate a child. Every single school. Then there's those that ignore the school, ignore the hadiths, ignore the Quran and say, yeah, but. So all I'm saying to you, my man, we do like you. You know that I like you. I prefer having conversations with you than a lot of other Muslims. You are in my prayers, and I think in a lot of people's prayers, because I can read now, they're saying, pray for him. And the intentions are there, my brother. Our intentions are just good. Don't forget that.
I know. Same here, gents. I keep you in my prayers as well. And it's always a pleasure, talking about stuff like this with you guys, and in this manner as well. It's beautiful. The topics are a lot as well, and I hope next time we'll have more time on another subject as well that we can dive into.
No worries, my man.
Yeah. All right, gents.
You stay safe.
You stay safe, guys.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
But please stick with us in the chat, please. I want to show you something very, very horrible about from Allah.
Rob, stop it, you.
Yeah, brother. If that's what
I'll
makes
try
you
and
leave
stay
Islam,
there. I might be able to listen. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm happy that you know Arabic, because brother, you're going to be flabbergasted.
Sounds good.
Give me the screen, James. Maybe you should
One
stick for 1
second,
minute, because I will keep it in 1 minute.
Hang on, bro. Let me just say hello first to the next guest that's up there. Badis, take care, bro.
See you soon. Take care.
Just before we jump into a new thing, let me just say hello to Only Truth. Only Truth, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you a Muslim, sir?
Yes. Yes, sir.
All right. Is you a Muslim?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So Robert's going to show you something that's coming from your scholars, and then we just want to see if you agree with what they say.
Can I say something before Rob goes? It'll take like 20 seconds. To Maria in the comments, if she's still here, who was making fun of my Arabic, I just want to let you know, I can read 4 different languages. The name that you have in Greek, Maria, I bet if I put a Greek manuscript in front of your face right now, you couldn't read it. I can read Greek, I can read Spanish, I can read English, and I can read the only language. Hold on, be quiet. Be quiet. And I can read the only language.
Hey,
Guys, one at a time. Only Truth, why are you talking when Amin is talking? Why are you
shut up.
Prosecuting a woman and talking about
bro, shut up. Shut up, dude. Shut up. Why are you getting mad at me when your prophet, you sat up here the whole time, and you didn't defend your prophet against us when he said worse stuff about your prophet. Shut up before I send you down, dude. Shut up. You're manifesting. All right, but shut up. Yeah, so Maria, I can read Greek, I can read Spanish, I can read English, and I can read the only language that your fake God can speak. Matter of fact, your own prophet couldn't even read your name in Arabic. So I mean, the fact that I'm American and Amriki Osman, and I'm proud. I am proud that my Arabic isn't as good as yours, because our scripture says that God uses the base things to confound the so-called wise. So the fact that I'm up here and I can read your fake God's language and still put you on it with mistakes is insane. This is why you won't come up here. This is why you won't defend your God, and this is why you won't condemn your prophet
when he said worse things about you as a half-brain woman, and maybe he was right. So if you want
Man,
to
I
come
love
up
you,
here,
Amin. I love you,
if-
Amin, bro. I love
like,
you so much.
bro, like these people are insane. They hide behind the language as if it's superior when 90% of you guys can't even, 90% of you guys aren't even on my level when it comes to Arabic. So if my Arabic is trash, what does that say about your whole fake religion? My God, you guys are annoying. I swear to God.
Guys, regarding Brother Amin, let me tell you about Brother Amin. Brother Amin is a genius, okay? A genius. And I'm saying it as it is. The guy, he makes music, he produces music, he speaks multiple languages. He is a genius, okay? And you can hear it from from someone's wording, the way he speaks. The brother is a genius. The amount of knowledge in the left tiny little toe of Brother Amin that he has there, your prophet did not possess, because according to you Muslims, the prophet was illiterate. So don't insult the prophet, man.
All right, before we continue and get my live dropped, let's just focus back on the topic now. So what we're going to do is, Amin, have some water, keep yourself hydrated. Don't
Yeah,
forget, read my brother.
I used 2.5 spoons of sugar this morning, so I'm getting closer to you, James, and not using. So I got to lay off the coffee.
Yeah. So guys, we're gonna just everyone just mute again. Let me bring the other guy back up again, just so we can start a new intro with a new guy. Only Truth, do me a favor, please. When you come up, we're talking, we back on topic. Okay? Forget about what just happened. We back on topic. Okay, my man. So you are Muslim,
Yes,
and
please.
do you believe that women are treated fairly in Islam?
And ladies and gentlemen, that is the reality of Christianity. How Amin treated another woman. This is the reality of Christianity.
You see
We
what
talk about.
I asked you so politely. Hang on, Amin. Hang on. I asked you so politely, Truth. I asked you when you came up to focus on the topic. I'm asking you again. The last chance now. Don't unmute until I'm done, please. Focus on the topic, and then you can stay up here and we can go further. So are you okay with that, or would you like to just go down?
Go ahead. Let's see.
Beautiful. According to your religion, do you believe that women are treated fairly?
Alhamdulillah, yeah.
Beautiful. Would you ever beat a woman? Yeah.
If I get an option between leaving a woman, my love, and giving a little hit to her so that she can we can be together, I would rather choose being with her.
Okay, but you have no problem beating a woman.
No, not like beating her up as if she dies or she's like a cow. Not in that way. Bro.
I'm obviously, I'm not saying that you must knock her out. I'm just saying that again.
I'm not asking like that, bro. I hope you understand what you're saying.
Okay, let me ask again. I'm not saying to beat her like Mike Tyson would. I'm asking you, if your wife goes against,
beat like what? Explain to me, like beat like what?
Would you?
Robert, wait.
Would you slap your wife?
How hard are you talking about? Let's talk about that. You wanna talk good?
I don't know what your body.
If you don't know, then why you asking?
You built like a twig. I don't know. Again, I'm answering you. I don't know if you built like a twig or you built like Mike Tyson. I'm not sure how hard you hit. You probably
that's
hit
not the
like
question.
a child.
I'm not asking about me. I'm asking about how hard are you talking about to beat a woman? Is that the question, bro? Are you following the argument or what?
Clap your hands for me. Clap your hands.
No, look. Why will I clap your? You tell me how hard. How hard?
Yeah, when you clap your hand, and you tell me how hard. Clap your hands together and show me.
Let me help you. Let me help you about about how to adjust things. You wanna have a conversation? Okay. Really hard, a medium hard, or slowly? Which one are you talking about here?
Well, I don't know. This is why I'm asking you how you would beat her. I can't tell you how you're going to beat her.
Why will I beat her? That's no. Listen, bro. That's what I'm saying. When you ask a question, you should know what you're asking.
I am again. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example.
Yeah,
when you misbehaved as a child, did your dad beat you?
Bro? No, my dad didn't beat me. He's a gentleman. He's a Muslim, not like Christian people that kill them.
I know you're trying to be smart, but you're a Muslim, so stop.
No, I'm not smart.
So again, your dad didn't beat you because he's a gentleman. but you said that you would be able to beat your wife. You just don't know how hard you'll beat her. So
No, that
would
didn't
you,
answer. That's why I
would you
said
smack her
you're
on her
changing the words
hand
now.
and leave?
MashaAllah, you're changing words.
Man,
Guys,
it's
listen.
hard talking to you,
Gently.
brother. Brother,
You guys
it's
all
hard
heard what I
talking
said.
to you. I'm trying to be
Oh,
calm with you.
you're saying
Seriously,
something else, brother.
I'm trying to have a conversation with you. Please.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Try-
establish, according to you, you asking me how hard
Hmm?
should you beat your wife? Is
No,
it
how-
ever
no,
okay?
what?
Let me ask
Bro, I
you
asked
this
a
then.
different
My
question.
God, these idiots. I'll ask you this then. Is it ever okay to beat your wife? To strike your wife? Is it ever okay?
Let me ask you this, right?
Oh my gosh, answer the question. Is it ever
Yeah, I'm
okay
asking. Bro, can
to
you
strike
listen? Can
your
you
wife?
listen? Can you shut up and listen?
No, you shut up and listen, you pagan.
Look here.
Again,
Here comes the
listen
arrogant
again.
man.
I'm asking you one more time.
Somalia,
One more time.
you shut
One
up.
more
Nobody
time, dog.
else.
Listen
Somalia,
again. I'm asking you again. What last time before I have to drop you? Last time. Is it ever okay to strike your wife?
Gently, yes.
How gentle? Stroking her,
gentle in a way-
smacking
listen,
her,
let me answer.
or slapping her?
Gently in a way that she recognizes that I'm unhappy and she needs to change her behavior. That's
So if
that's
I
all.
was next to you now and I gently struck you, I gently
You are a
struck
man,
you.
bro. Bro. If you are a man, bro, I'm a beat the the living Jesus out of you.
My man, you built like a twig. You built like a
Bro, I
matchstick.
swear to God,
You
man.
don't have a single muscle on your
But you
body.
said so.
So why don't you
Huh?
do me a
Really?
favor?
Oh, so you have
Go into the chats, see if you can find one of your muscles and then put it in its place. Because it seems like the only muscle you have is in your jaw. You've got no muscles, my man. You sound like a twig. You snap under light breeze.
Bro, I have to say it as it is. These Muslims from Somalia, they are the smartest people on this planet. Geniuses. Geniuses, bro.
Hello. That dude couldn't poke a hole in a wet piece of paper, man. And he's sitting up here talking that he's gonna beat you. Yeah, dude, go down, dude. Like, you guys are literally insane. Like, y'all can't engage in conversation. All y'all do is insult. You don't ever answer questions. You don't ever engage in conversation in a normal way, like normal human beings with normal brains that live on normal planet Earth, because you guys aren't from here. You guys are from hell. That's just what it is. You guys are from hell because the prophet you follow is the God you follow is not the God of the universe. It's Satan. We can prove it. Come up and have a conversation. Stop acting like Ibn Shaitan. Stop acting like children of the devil, dude. Come up, bro. My God.
And we're trying to have a conversation with you. Why are you so, I don't know, man. What's this?
Okay, guys, I want everyone just to realize that again. Notice that it's only men coming up to defend the Islam, woman in Islam. It's very seldom you'll find a woman coming up because the man has to tell her how it is. And
Yeah.
Kosianti, I can't bring him up, man. He's going to get the live band. So I got to be careful of who I bring up and what they say. I mean, this guy has no filter. This is why he said that he would beat me, because he knows that he's going to try to be strong. Because again, only a man that beats a woman will talk about fighting other men, but this guy has no muscle on his body. Nothing. I can tell you that I've seen this before. The ones that speak like this have zero to offer the world. Nothing. He's a product of cousin marriage, and he's probably unemployed, sitting at home with the rest of his special needs family, waiting for the next time to get their benefits. But again, guys, all we're asking for you guys to do is to join in the conversation and do your dawah, because again, doing dawah on topics like this, like Badis was brilliant. He kept his composure. He had a conversation. He presented. We didn't agree with everything he did, but look at his composure compared to these children, to these little boys that come up trying to act as if they're men. They barely got stubble on their chins. So again, I'm asking for any Muslim that would like to join into this conversation, because again, it's a brilliant topic. It's an absolutely great topic, because this topic will show you guys how women in Islam are treated. He's requesting for the third or fourth time. Let me ask this. DJ Don. DJ, should I bring him up?
You know DJ's gonna say no.
No, I like DJ because he keep us checked.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, don't bring that clown up, man. I'm sorry. Like, I'll get your live band if he comes back up here. I'm just letting you know. I'm serious. If you bring him back up here, I'm gonna say some stuff to him. So
Well,
just leave
let's
him
do
down
this.
there, bro.
Let's do this. You see, I can bring him up, but then let me talk to him then. Just both of you stay on mute so that it's not
Okay.
going to be.
All right, man.
He's gonna bait us into coming out. So I can keep my composure. I'm
I mean-
learning. I got today. My composure is in check.
Don't crash out at me, bro. Come on, you're better than this.
And how I'm trying, dude.
Okay, we'll move away from that topic only because it doesn't seem as if we can get somewhere.
First,
Do you believe in the hadiths?
Allahu Akbar. Yeah, to the with the strong strong chains of narration. But yeah, what is your topic concerning the woman in Islam and hadith? Like,
Well,
wanna
let's
get
see. Do you agree in donkeys, like Aisha said?
audience?
Can I show
But
you
I,
the?
but listen,
can I show
listen,
it to
brother.
you?
But before that, can I show you one hadith, only one hadith, and you can show me as much as you want after that.
Sure, bro.
Go to Sahih al-Bukhari 3331. For all the Christians out there and thinks Islam is bad, bro, go there, read that for yourself. And this is what it says: treat woman nicely. For a woman is created from a rib. If you leave it as it is, it will remain crooked. So treat woman nicely.
Can I do
Right?
this, James? Can I do this,
No, no,
James?
wait. Let me tell you something, right? So according to all of you that I've been listening to you guys, believe me, you know the reason I've been listening is just to test my patience. That you guys been saying that I don't know about Christianity, but Islam is so bad in.
Okay, we got it. So you quoted the hadith.
listen.
Let's see what
Yeah,
Muhammad
let's
meant
take
by.
it off.
Hold on.
You said you'll
We
be
heard
quiet.
you. We heard you. Now
No,
let's
I
see what
haven't-
Muhammad
I haven't
meant.
spoken for
Hold
you.
on.
We'll
Let's
get
see
there.
what-
I said.
Oh, bro, are you
No, we'll
okay?
get there. No,
We heard
I'm
you.
okay.
You
I
don't
told
really
you-
need. You're
hold
repeating
on.
yourself. You don't need to repeat
I was
yourself. We
in a
heard you. We heard you, brother.
conversation,
So-
brother.
Is this guy okay? We
No,
heard
do you
you. We
res-
allowed you to speak. So allow us to.
I haven't finished.
Yes, we heard you. You said about the
Oh my
treating
gosh.
women, quoting the hadith. So let us.
Rob, can I finish my
You
sentence and then you
did,
speak?
and you're repeating. We
No,
heard
do you have
Don't-
respect to like wait a
Okay,
minute?
finish. 10 seconds,
so-
finish.
Alhamdulillah, just wait a second, brother.
Please
Please.
get to the point. My
Finish.
God,
Finish.
is like pulling teeth, man.
Listen,
Get to
just
the
wait,
point.
just wait. I'm sorry. Listen. Okay, right. So basic things first, right? For Christians out there, if you think that Christianity really enables
Okay,
you,
we heard it. We heard it.
Rob,
Heard it.
Rob,
We heard
please
it.
let him land, bro.
Why
Let
are you
him land, 'cause
panicking,
I'm
bro?
gonna
Hold
tap
on,
him
bro.
soon.
Why are you panicking?
For Christianity. He wants to go to Christianity. The topic is Islam.
Rob, wait, Rob. Look, you guys were speaking for how long? I can speak for 5 minutes.
Dude,
No, you
just
can't
say
have 5
your
minutes.
5
My
minutes?
gosh, man.
Are you okay?
Oh my gosh, shut up, dude. Just make your argument.
I mean, was just
It's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
My
So,
God.
Yeah. No. This is just it's getting to the point where. Yeah. If yeah. Anyway, Rob, do you want to explain what the hadith you just brought
Yeah.
up?
So notice he quoted the Bukhari hadith where Muhammad is saying treat women well because they're created from your rib. But what did Muhammad mean by treat women well? Well, guess what? We already showed the source, but let me show it one more time. What does Muhammad mean by treat women well? Well, he explained it before his death. In his final hours, in his final days. Look, the last year. So this is about Muhammad is going to die. In the history of At-Tabari, volume 9, the last years of the Prophet. You can download it for free. And I saw one of the admins already posted the link on YouTube in the chat. On page 130, let's see what Muhammad meant. Okay, the events of the year 10. Look what it says. Muhammad says, he's talking. Muhammad who? The Prophet of Islam. Treat women well. What do you mean well, Ya Rasulullah? Because the brother here, the Muslim man, quoted Bukhari. So treat women well, for they are like domestic. Because you should treat your animals well. Treat women well. That's what Muhammad said. Meaning animals, because they are animals.
Yeah, let me just guys, we even though I'm talking to the people that come up, I would love you to continue on the topic. Don't start getting emotional and going everywhere else, because that's just, we topic based. Don't tell me about what Christians are supposed to this and all that. I'm just asking you guys, please, when you come up, just please focus on the topic. It's your chance to do dawah. If we are saying something wrong, it doesn't mean you must go and talk about what the Christians believe. It's got nothing to do with Islam. We are saying, and we are saying again, and we have all the evidence in the world saying that your prophet is calling women dogs and donkeys, calling them domestic animals. He says they're half brains. He says that hell is full of them. They come in the form of a devil. Now, to be a woman and a Muslim, then I have to have this picture up, because again, this is it. Woman defending Islam is like a chicken defending KFC. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because you guys see what it says and then you panic and then try to make it make sense. Instead of just accepting it, saying, listen, yeah, I don't understand why he said we equal to dogs and donkeys, and why I'm a devil, or why this and why that, and why hell is full with mostly women, and why I'm deficient in intelligence and religion. This is the Islam. So when you Muslim women are following this religion and then making excuses for this religion, it doesn't change it. They're still looking at you as you are equal to the woof woof and the eon. They look at you and they think, well, yeah, she thinks she knows what she's saying. She's trying to be smart, but we know that she's not. We are the ones defending you. We are the ones defending you. We are saying to you Muslims, no, guess what? You are not a half brain. We're saying to you, you are not equal to a dog and a donkey. And you guys are saying, oh, yes, we are. Oh, yes, we are. Don't you dare say we're not, because Allah said it and Muhammad said it. So don't you dare defend me and say I'm equal. No, I'm not. In fact, that should be the next question. Are you? We are saying we're fighting for you. You are not equal to a dog and a donkey. Are you going to say to me, oh, yes, we are? So if there's any other Muslim that wants to make it make sense, you're more than welcome to. Again, there's loads of people. There's 130 something people here and over 100 on YouTube. I haven't got any restrictions. I did actually 1 hate and 2 restricted, but we out there showing these people that we can read their sources and we are able to provide the evidence for the sources. And then you guys are all about, yeah, maybe, possibly. Why is there no Muslim woman that can defend Islam? Why is it always the men coming up and telling us that, guess what, it's true? You've got Layla in the comments saying that's a fabricated hadith. Which one? Which one of the many that I said? The one that says that a mat in the house, is better than a woman that doesn't give birth in Islam? Or the one that says women are equal to dogs and donkeys? Or the one that says a woman is a half brain? Or the one that says woman come in the form of a devil? Or there's an evil omen in a house, a camel and a woman? Which one of these is am I lying about? Which one? Come up and show me.
She thinks all of them are fabricated, or that they're all da'if.
Well, what about the Quran then? I mean, in Surah 443, when it says, if you go to the toilet and take a dump, or if you touch a woman, you must wash your hands.
Exactly. I mean, why are you asking me that question? You know they hate Muhammad and they hate Allah. They hate the Quran, because every time we go, because it's funny, they always say, have you read the Quran? Have you? And we keep telling them we've read it more times than they've probably changed draws. And every time we read it, we find some new crazy thing in it. Then we show them like, hey, like, so we did what you said. Can you explain this? Oh, no, you need to go to the hadith. So then we read the hadith. Then they say, oh, no, you need to go to the Shash. Then we go to the Shash and we show them and they say, well, no, you need extra Shash to explain the Shash that explains the hadith, that explains the Quran. So there's a never-ending, infinite regression in this religion. Nobody trusts anybody, and they hate the Quran. They hate it.
Unbelievable.
So I'm not sure which one, Layla, you're asking me to show. I don't know which one you're asking me to show. Because again, I can show all of them. We can go through every single one of it, where the woman is being treated like this, where again, the evil omen. Imagine going home to your mum and saying, or your wife, and saying, you know what? There's an evil omen in you, there's an evil omen in the camel, and there's an evil omen in the house. Or guess what, wife? You equal to a dog and a donkey. I'm feeling quite kinky today. Do you want to jump in bed with me after I called you a dog and a donkey? What is she gonna go? Hee-haw?
Guys, I have
Sure.
5 minutes. I want to show what I want to show, and then I have to go do something. But I will take it as a step further. If you think that Brother Amin and Brother James gave you what you need, then you will never see this coming. Watch. So remember, if you touch a woman, you touch your behind, you have to wash. A woman is equal like a dog, a donkey, you get the idea. But watch what women are more in Islam, okay? Watch what women are more in Islam. And I challenge you to say, Rob, you're lying, okay? Look, if we go and see what Islam says about women, you'll go crazy. Watch this. First, a bit disturbing one, but then I will leave the most disturbing to the last one. Look, here is a book where we find an athar from Umar. Athar is a report from, let's say, a companion or a tabi'i. Watch this. And we have the receipts. I don't speak, people know me, they know I don't speak without evidence. I don't. In Nawadir al-Nisa by Ibrahim Shams ad-Din, Sunni book, not the Shia. And here is the cover of the book, the receipt. Look, Nawadir al-Nisa, and the publishing company and everything. Dar al-Kutub al-Alamiyya. On page, watch this, on page 152, we have a report, a hadith from Umar. قال عمر قول عمر بن الخطاب المرأة نعال يلبسها الرجل إذا شاء لا إذا شاءت he. Translation: Umar bin al-Khattab said, the Caliph Umar himself, a woman is a flip-flop. A man can wear her wherever he wishes and not when she wishes. A woman is
A
what?
woman is a shub-shub.
Shub
She's
shub.
What in the world, bro?
A woman is not only a pet, a woman is not only a domestic animal, but she's a flip-flop. You can put your foot in her mouth or maybe in another place and you can walk with her, walk her. That's one. Yeah, we got the receipts, Muslims, which you clearly don't have. That's one. If you think this is bad, here comes the worst one. What about women? And then I have to go, guys, forgive me. What about women who will go to Jannah? When you go to Jannah, what will Allah himself call you in the Quran? A woman of what? The streets. You see a man walking to a woman? That's what a woman in Islam is in Jannah. So, beautiful, brother. And Allah's Jannah has nothing on, Las Vegas. Or Las Vegas has nothing on Allah. Look, 5637, and this is the correct translation. 5637 of the Quran. عُرُبًا أَطْرَابًا with tajweed. You see the word? I don't want to use the word. I don't want to say the word. And proof for the meaning of the word عُرُبًا, we go to the book of Imam al-Suyuti, شقاق الأطرج في رقاق الغنج by Jalaluddin al-Suyuti. He is the cover. شقاق الأطرج في رقاق الغنج by تأليف الإمام الحافظ جلال الدين عبد الرحمن بن أبي بكر السيوطي المتوفي عام 911. Short for Imam Suyuti, and he died in the year 911 Hijrah. Okay, look at this. Page 69. And here's the Arabic. Watch page 69. قال الله تعالى في صفة نساء أهل الجنة. Allah the Most High said for the description of the women of Jannah, نساء أهل الجنة, the Nisa will go to Jannah. إن إنشأنهن إنشاء. This is the Quran, chapter 56. فجعلنهن أبكارا عربا أترابا. We make them shiny and new, and we make them virgins, and then we will call them the W. أطبق المفسرون وأهل اللغة على إن العرب جمع عربة أو عرب وإنها القحبة.
Wow. Jesus
So a woman
Christ,
is
bro.
what when she goes to Jannah? Amin, James.
Qahba yani is a very bad word in Arabic. It means a whore, basically. SLUT, basically, in English.
This is
we wanna translate it.
5637, brother Amin. A woman who goes to Jannah, immediately Allah has a label. When you go to war, you're in the army, they give you a label. Allah gives a woman a label on her neck, basically.
It literally says it right there.
It says it. Here's the
Oh
word.
my God, bro.
Do you see it? What women are? So a woman is a flip-flop. A woman is a flip-flop. And on top of that, she is a qahba. I rest my case. Thank you for having me, guys. God bless you.
God bless
God
you, my
bless,
man.
bro.
And as always, thank you, thank you, thank you. For those that are
Bless you.
not following him, please give him a follow. That's Rob Christian. He's got a YouTube channel as well where you find most of his videos are already present and available. So you guys can get a pen and paper and take note, make note, and share what he has. Everything he has is shareable. Everything I have, everything Amin has, you guys can share. This is why we put everything on the screen so that you guys have access to it. We don't hide anything. We try to play with open cards. Notice that every time we talk to a Muslim, we go to a hadith. We quote what the hadith says. We don't add to it, change it, or twist it. But the Muslim will read the same thing and then tell you what the hadith or the Quran tried to say, as opposed to what it just said.
Yeah,
Like-
calling a woman a shub flip flop is crazy, bro. Like a slipper, that is literally insane. Sorry, James, for this morning. It just like back to back these guys, man. Like God bless you for your patience. And the way that you're able to do these lives, I just couldn't do it, dude. Like I just could not do it.
I noticed some
It's
days are
difficult.
worse than others, bro. I think it's also to do with the yeah. But again, it is difficult because these topics as well. These topics, they're infuriating. They get you go. You
Yeah.
go crazy inside.
Yeah, man. But it's telling because they understand that if they agree to our premise, if they agree to what we're saying, then Islam is baked, it's cooked, bro. If they agree, like, so they have to make up stuff. They have to lie. Like, I mean, imagine if you were in their position. Like, it would be difficult for even the most honest person in the world, right? Like, you would just have to just not join. Like, you just wouldn't join the live, or you just wouldn't say anything when these topics are being brought up. But most of the time, and this is with any topic we do on Islam, there's an extreme amount of hubris mixed with arrogance and ignorance, right? Like, there is an extreme amount of Islam can never be wrong. That's my presupposition. Not a possibility that it's wrong. You guys are the wrong one, and there's nothing you can teach me. So then when we show you stuff about your religion that you've never seen before or that you can't account for, that's when you start manifesting instead of just being honest and saying, okay, yeah, that is kind of strange. Let me just look into that and I'll come back. Or just don't join the live. Like, don't come up if you don't have an answer for it, because then what's going to happen is you're going to make up stuff, and then it's really bad for you, because then you're going to have to answer to your God for that as to why you lied. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. But I just got to work, so I'll be here, but you know how it is. I'll
Yes, sir.
be on mute.
I've got 55 minutes before I've got to end the live. 55 minutes. That's why I started a bit earlier today. So we've got an hour to go ish. And then I've got to go. So this is why, guys, and I had to go back to this topic just to start engaging with Muslims again, because they have to defend this. Because if we just do a live where Muslims, and again, notice, I would love a woman in Islam to come up and explain this. We had a person saying that the hadiths were fabricated, and then she did the disappearing act. She's gone. She could have come up and said, well, let's see it, and then prove that it's a lie, it's not true. Yet we can go, and if that's not true, we'll just go to the other 50,000 after them. Because again, there's not just one hadith saying this. Over and over in the hadiths and in the Quran, we can see how women are treated. This is not me saying this. This is the Quran saying this. The Quran is saying clearly that you can beat your wife, you can sleep with a child. It even says that woman will be punished for just being woman. Only truth. I'm not bringing you up again, bro. You've done. You've worn yourself out again. So you got M. Jacka, right? Notice what M. Jacka is doing. He says, go to Numbers 31. So if I go to Numbers 31, and let's say Numbers 31 is awful, does it make the fact that women in Islam can be can be forced into dingy dingy, that you can beat them and you can penetrate them before they even have their first menstruation. Come on, why don't you come up? You're such a coward. You keep doing that. Come up. Come up. Stop being a little boy in the chats there. Come up and flex your biceps. Try to be like the guy that thought he had a muscle. I sent you an invite. Come up. Make it make sense. Run to the Bible as much as you want. Come up and make it make sense. I'm frustrated that you are still a Muslim, knowing that your mother, according to your God, is saying to you that your own mum is equal to a woof woof and a eeyore. That she's a half-brain. Your God says it. That's right. Let me go through a couple of hadiths and stuff with you guys, right? Because you must remember the Quran says clearly, especially the one in the verse where you're allowed to beat your woman. Let me show you guys what it says. Imagine your God saying this to you, right? This is your God, and he says this to you. 434, again, Quran. So I don't know if this is fabricated or not. We'll see. But watch this now. So it says, men are the managers of the affairs of women, for that God, Allah, has preferred in bounty one of them over another. So in Islam, Allah is saying, I prefer the men over the woman. And because I prefer the men over the woman, therefore, these things that are, subhuman, they must be obedient. And because if you fear that they're disobedient, then it says you can beat them. This is the Allah of the Quran saying this. He's saying that you are they're your tilth. Like how you plow your field, go and plow these women. It's not, love your wife and have a nice relationship and, respect and, no, it doesn't say any of that. It says plow them like a field. That's in Surah 2:223. Again, Quran. We got a hadith, Sahih Bukhari. It says, never will a nation succeed if it has a woman that's a ruler. So women that rule, the nation is in for a disaster. It'll never survive according to these people. And as I said, according to these people, Allah is saying that women are half-brain. They're deficient in intelligence and deficient in religion. Imagine that. I kept saying this. Go to your wives, men, go to your wives, Christian men, go to your wives tonight and say to her, do you know what? Looking deep in her eyes and say, you're equal to a dog and a donkey. And I'm saying this because I did that. I said to my wife, I went up to her, looked her in the eye, gave her a hug, and stepped back a little bit, face to face. She thought I was going to kiss her. She was all excited. And I said, you know what? You equal to a dog and a donkey. I promise you I didn't see the knee. I didn't see that knee. Ed, I'm hoping you're a Muslim, bro. I'm bringing you up, but please be a Muslim. I just wanted to see my wife's reaction to get a proper understanding. She knew what I was doing, though, because she could tell that it is a Muslim thing. Okay, I'm not sure he's not coming through. I do a lot of stuff, guys, just to test it, because I'm saying to you guys to do it. I can't say you do it. I'm not. I tested it. As I said to my daughter the other day, we were talking, and I said to her, don't forget that I prefer my son over you because you are half-brain. And she goes, you need to stop reading the Quran. But they laugh because they think that you have to be absolutely brain dead to be a Muslim. Children know better, man. They can tell that if you're teaching one better than the other, then it can't be true. It can't be true. Let me give you some more, guys. It says that, let me just see. Let me go. Oh, the majority of the dwellers of hell are women. Then it also says an evil omen exists in three things: a house, a horse, and a woman. Again, guys, all I'm doing is showing you guys what Islam is giving us. Islam is giving us. It says women who seek divorces are hypocrites. So it doesn't matter what the man does, just put up with it. We said that about the fire. Let me see. Hell is full. Oh, then you got those that get 72 virgins, of course, in Islam, and 2 from the Houris and 70 from the inheritance of the people of hell. Again, sounds great. It actually says in Sunan Ibn Majah that no woman should annoy her husband. It doesn't say that the husband should annoy the wife. So husbands, annoy their wives. It's all good. And if they fight you, say to them, but Allah says it's okay. A woman must fulfill the needs of her husband, even if she is working, cooking, or riding a camel. So the man gets excited. Guess what? You need to stop doing what you're doing and run to your wife so that she can be plowed like a field. Plow her like your field. And then we saw perfectly when prayer is annulled by a dog, a donkey, and a woman. And the woman, Aisha says, you have made us equal to the dog and the donkey. Equal. Bukhari says, there's no trial more harmful to men than a woman. No trial more harmful than a woman. You can't make this up, guys. And then you have this one, and this is the one of the worst ones for me. It says, a mat in the house is better than a woman that doesn't give birth. And Aisha never gave birth, guys. And if Aisha didn't give birth, then the mat in your house is better than Aisha, according to this hadith. A woman who dies without pleasuring her husband will not go to heaven. If your husband is not satisfied with you, you don't go to heaven. That's how much Allah puts lifts this man above the woman. Again, your Quran says that the man can have right hand possess and dingy them. Dingy them. Can a woman do the same? Oh, hell no. No, you can't. And then the more humiliating one is to breastfeed strangers. Imagine that. I go to your house and you say to me, listen, man, you can only be with my wife if she breastfeeds you. And then after that, you're gonna have to leave because it's not lawful for you to be here. So let's check this out. I go to your house, M. Jacka. I come to your house and you say to me, listen, I've run out of coffee. I'm just gonna pop into my local Tesco store and I'm gonna buy me some coffee. And then you listen, James, you can't be with my wife, because I am going to go down to Tesco. So can you please do me a favor and let her give you adult breastfeeding? So then she's got to suckle me, man. She's got to suckle me five times. Was 10, now 5. But you can't see her face. You can't see her face, her hands and her feet. But she's going to get her little jugs out so that you can suck on them. Imagine that. Imagine that. Fully grown men coming to your house and you like, get your milk out for the boys. Imagine that. And I'm telling you, if it's suckle 5 times, I will be taking my time on suckle numero 1 and suckle numero 2. I will take my time. It'll be like from the time you leave till the time you come back, I'll be suckling. I'll be taking my time. Then you got Muhammad, right? Because he likes little girls. He says to one of his friends, why did you marry a mature woman, a matron? Why didn't you, and this is called the Olympics, the wife Olympics. Why didn't you marry a child so that you can play with her and she can play with you? You can sport with her and she can sport with you. This is Islam. Imagine that. Guys, notice, this is what Islam is presenting to the world, and we are saying, oh, sure, come to my country. I know you're going to be different in my country. I know you don't believe in that rubbish in my country. So come, you must be one of the civil ones. You don't act like the others. You know that. I watched this video, guys, in a place in Norway, in Trondheim, in Norway, where they had this meeting, and it was quite full. This hall was full of Muslims. And the guy presenting it said, so if you guys do Norway Muslim speech, there's a guy asking them, how many of you believe that someone that has dingy with the same sex should be thrown off a building or unalived? And they all put their hand up. And he says, how many of you believe this? And they all put their hand up. And how many of you believe that? And then he says, are we radical? He says, no, We just normal Muslims. So normal Muslims agree with everything that is absolute pure filth in this religion. They believe in it. They may not be practicing it because, again, they are in a country that's a little civilized, not in a desert where they're desert rats. They're actually, wiping their butts properly now, not using sand or stones or pebbles. Now they've got something else to use. So now that they've educated themselves, they now don't want to actually do it, but they're not going to turn away from it because it comes from their God and their Muhammad. I just want to read this quickly, please. This is from Normal is Overrated. Normal is Overrated says this. Such an important issue. Wake the woke up to the facts. As they said, without lies, Islam dies. Pray for the woman trapped by Islam. This is from Normal is Overrated. Thank you so much for that, my brother. God bless you for that. Again, let's see. I'm going to send you, Jacka, one more. If you don't come up this time, I'll just mute you because, again, it seems as if your mouth can't back up what your fingers are typing. So he said, James 007 came uninvited. The Prophet said to knock 3 times, then leave. Even if you invite me, you muppet, you invite me to your house, guess what? You still have to let me sucky. Imagine that. He's like, no, you can't see my hands, but do you want to see what else I've got? Come on, man. That's what inspired the song. Her milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they like, it's better than yours. Because again, the Sahaba, man, they were like, woohoo, let's go visit Muhammad. Kutham's home. Guys, this is just an example of why we have these topics, right? This is just an example as to why it's so important to have these topics. I'm going to give you an example because when I spoke to Badis we talked about lowering your gaze. I just want you to notice Muhammad, the best example to mankind. I'm going to send you on your way, my man. Take care. Thank you for being here. I'll just mute you for a bit. So, yeah, so when I say to you guys, buy me a coffee, that's right, Snoopy. When I say buy me a coffee, it's better to go to the link and buy me a coffee than invite me to your house for coffee. You know what I'm saying? Because if I come to your house for coffee, man, we're going to have some milk. Even though I don't take milk in my coffee, I'm going to be having milk. But I just want to read this, this hadith, because again, thank you so much, Grafted. Grafted said, so Zayd would have prevented Muhammad stealing Zainab if he just forced her to do the 5 sucklings. Astaghfirullah. Oh, then you have to shake her, man, DJ. If you want extra cream, you got to be shaking her, bro. So I just want to read this. So we spoke about, when we talked to the guy, we asked about the, let me just pin that. We spoke about the lowering your gaze. Now, I want you guys to understand this. I'm going to read a hadith because it's important to show you guys. I'm not just saying this just to say this, right? This is, again, I think it's Nasai. Help me think. 3959. So in Nasai, let me see. Oh, so again, right? This is again talking about Muhammad, the type of person he was. Now, did Muhammad ever lower his gaze, or did he take advantage of this? So this says, it was narrated from Ibn Abbas that the Messenger of Allah had a female slave with whom he had intercourse. Now remember, Muhammad had between 9 and 13 wives, 9 and 13 or 9 and 11, whatever. Go to each of them every night and dingy them. In addition to that, he has female captives that he penetrates. So he goes to her who he had intercourse with. I mean, this dude obviously, like they say, had the strength of 30 men. And it says, but Aisha and Hafsa would not leave him alone. So the jealousy came in. They were upset about why he's doing this, until he said that she was forbidden to him. Then Allah said, now watch this. So Muhammad now is agreeing with his wives and saying, oh, okay, man, because they're nagging, half-brain woman, just empty vessels making a lot of noise. And then Allah says, oh, Prophet, why do you forbid for yourself that which Allah has allowed you for you? Now imagine that. The God of Islam is saying, Muhammad, you got to remember your willy time, because how can you say no to that? Allah took time out of his busy day, his busy day, to do what? To think about Muhammad and his dingy. He's like, Muhammad, come on, man, what's wrong with you? I got you. It's okay. Go to your slaves and do this. But this is the type of man we're talking about. Sunan Abi Dawud 2151 says this: Muhammad saw a woman, so he entered upon Zainab and had intercourse with her. He then came out and said, He then came out and said to his companions, a woman advances in the form of a devil. When one of you finds that, he should go to his wife and have dingy with her, for that will repel what he feels. Now, the Muslims will say, oh, you see, he went to his wife. But the reason is that he was tempted by another woman. He was aroused by another woman. Why didn't he lower his gaze when she walked by? What in the world type of an example is that? How is that a good example? But it goes on. Sahih Muslim 3409. Jabir says that when a woman fascinates any one of you and she captivates his heart, he should go to his wife and have dingy with her, and it will repel what he feels. Again, why didn't this muppet lower his gaze? Islam is teaching you lower your gaze. And then the chapter heading for Surah 1403 is recommendation for the one who sees a woman and is attracted to her to go to his wife or slave and have dingy with her. His wife or his slave. And let me just read again. It goes over here. So Muslims can have dingy with their slaves or their wives because they have no self-control. Imagine walking around the streets today and you see a woman and you have to jump on the bus or take your car, go home, dingy with your wife, or go to her job, put her in the car, take her home, dingy with her, take her back to work, go back to work. Why? Because you couldn't control yourself. It's not just lower your gaze. These people have zero self-control. So Muhammad saw a woman walking around the street and he started lusting after her, and then he goes to his wife. Surah 33:21 says this: Mo is the wonderful pattern of conduct. Imagine this. This is the best pattern of conduct. Muhammad, that can't control his urges. And Allah is saying, dude, what's wrong with you? Don't forbid what I have made lawful for you. Because he sounds like he's desperate. Remember, he has 9 wives plus sex slaves, and with his great morals, he still can't control himself. What he should have done, he should have lowered his gaze and said, you know what, guys, this is how you restrict yourself or prevent yourself from being an absolute woof. My question, is that a good example to mankind? One that can't lower his gaze, can't control himself? This is why when I spoke to Badis earlier, they are forcing these young girls to cover. They are forcing these young girls to walk around covered because they don't want to be tempted. This is what they want the woman to walk around in, because the Muslim man can't control himself. Yet, even if she's covered like this, the man will still lust after her because they don't learn self-control. They don't know self-control in Islam. Are there any Muslims? I'm going to be on just for a little bit longer, guys. If you guys want to join in, you're more than welcome, Muslims. Join in, make it make sense to us. This again will be my topic again. Tomorrow is my daughter's birthday. So I'm just trying to think. If I do go live, it'll be a little earlier, like today, and then I can finish earlier. It'll be the same topic, because again, this topic, as you notice, is Muslims panicking and trying to make this make sense. And because they're trying to make this make sense, they're just digging the hole deeper. I keep saying to all of you guys, every single one of us has a breaking point. Every single one of us has a breaking point. Beating your wife, man, if my dad ever did that to my mom's, I promise you, man, it wouldn't have ended nice for one of us. Now imagine sitting at home and your dad says, don't forget, Allah says I'm allowed to do this. And you're like, oh, okay, cool, Dad, I'll just keep playing PlayStation. And then your child now is going to inherit what your father just did. And your father's, you saw your father, and then he does it. Now we've got so many videos. And again, I'll say this. I'm African. You guys come to my Africa and you go try this with one of my Zulu sisters. You go to one of my Zulu sisters with your little twig arms with no muscles. She gonna slap you back to last week. She'll put you back on your mother's. You'll be suckling back on your mom's. All I'm saying is, guys, common sense teaches us that a woman is equal to us. You see, my man, I knew that too. You said Nkosi. I can see that. So you'd never be allowed to do this to a sister in Africa. You have to honestly find a weak woman, someone that just will bow down to you. How? And that's it, Malikta. How in the world can this be from God? How can this be from a God, the same God that we worship? How can it be from the same God when your God says it's okay to do this and my God says to love them, to treat them equally? And one of my favorite verses to go to is in Ephesians. We've just seen how the women are treated, right? Now, if we just go to Ephesians 5 and let's read how you're supposed to treat them, right? Because it says, walk in love. Take no part of the unfruitful works of darkness, but instead expose them. For it is shameful even to speak of these things, but they do in secret. And when they do, anything is exposed by the light, it becomes visible. For anything that becomes visible is light. Therefore say, awake, O sleeper, arise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you. I want to read how the husband is supposed to treat his wife. And in this verse, we can see, in this verse, I'll just show to you. Let me just bring up Aisha. Aisha, how are you, sis? You good? Aisha, I can't hear you.
السلام عليكم أخي بارك
Wa
الله
alaikum
فيك
salam. You speak English?
كثير يا أختك محتاجة
Okay, I'm sorry,
نعم
sis. I don't speak Arabic, sis. I apologize. So let me just read this, and again, I want you guys to. I was going to ask her if this is a good verse. Notice the difference in what we've presented from the Quran, where you can beat your wife, own right hand possessed, dingy them whenever you want. You don't need consent. In fact, it says her silence is her consent. We've gone through this, but look what the Bible says, just for a little understanding. 1 second, it's her again. She's obviously asking for cash. They go to lives that have over 100 views and they try to do that. So it says, wives, submit to your husbands as to the Lord, for the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church, his body, and is himself its savior. Now, as for the church, as the church submits to Christ, also wives should submit in everything to their husbands. Now, the Muslims will stop there. But let's see what else it says. It says, husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. Let me just bring up Amin 1 second. As Christ gave himself up for her, that he might sanctify her, having cleansed her by the washing of water with the word, so that he might present the church to himself in splendor, without spot or wrinkle or any such thing, that she might be holy and without blemish. In the same way, husbands should love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself, for no one has ever hated his own flesh, but nourishes and cherishes it, just as Christ does the church, because we are members of his body. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. This mystery is profound, and I am saying that it refers to Christ and the church. However, let each one of you love his wife as himself, and let the wife see that she respects her husband. Big difference, people. Big difference. Aisha, do you speak English?
يا أخي نعم الله يسعدك ويرزقك
Yeah, but I'm asking you, do you speak English? Inglesi?
Very.
Yeah, I brought her up before. She doesn't speak English. So again, guys, for those that are just, joining in, I mean, it's been an interesting day when it comes to this topic. All I'm saying is we've gone through how Islam sees woman, not how I see woman or how Amin sees woman. This is not how we see woman. We are saying this is how Allah, Muhammad, and Muslim men see woman. We are showing you from the Bible that we are told to love our wives. I dare anyone to show me in your Quran where it says, love your wives and treat her equally, and the two shall become one. Show me anywhere in your Quran where the two shall become one. No, you guys have, and the four shall become one, or the 11 will become one, or the 9 will become one. Notice the difference, guys. Muslims, I've got another 25 minutes. 25 minutes. You guys are more than welcome to request and come up. More than welcome. Make it make sense. It's up to you guys. For all the likes, the shares, everything, guys, I thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I mean that. Thank you, guys, because you guys are showing so much support, even though, yesterday we had almost 0 Muslims. I think it was just 1 or 2, and yet you guys are still here and you're still supporting. For that, man, I love you guys. God bless you. But I think maybe it's also topic driven, and there are certain people that feel the need to always defend topics like this, which is good. So tomorrow, Muslims, I'm going to do the same topic again tomorrow, and I'm just asking you guys again to join. Soldier of Christ sent me another super chat, and he said, God bless you, and a small gift for your daughter's birthday. God, thank you, man. May love of Christ continue to protect you and your family, and bless you to keep reaching these lost Muslims. Thank you so much for that, my man. Thank you. So my daughter is, I must find out. He says, I'm going to have to, you see now, you giving 20, I'm not sure whether that's US dollars and stuff. I'm going to have to, charge her tax and stuff. So she'll get maybe a cup of coffee out of that money. I'm not sure, the rest is going to tax and to import. And
When is your, well, you don't have to tell me, but your daughter's birthday is soon.
it's tomorrow.
Okay,
No,
okay.
it's on the 10th, but we all not together on the 10th. So tomorrow we're going to have just a cake thing, and just to chill, get together with some family and stuff. And then on Saturday, who wants to be with their parents on their birthday when they can be with their friends? You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
So my son,
Makes sense.
yeah. So my son is home as well. So it'll be yeah. So today, for those that are wondering why it's finishing at 3:00, today I'm making lamb shank with a red wine sauce. And Muslims, you guys can have it. It's okay. Red wine sauce. I mean, you cooked away the alcohol. You don't be hysteric about food. It's just food. With vegetables, some I don't know what they call it in English, but root vegetables. Is that like you say that? I mean, root vegetables.
Root vegetables? Like,
Under
I don't know
vegetables that grow under the ground.
Oh, like carrots and stuff, and
Yeah, well, yeah, that's those are called. I'm not sure what they are in the English, but we call them root. Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't know the English word. I've been away too long.
you're
Lamb
doing a
shank,
pretty
that's
good
right.
job.
With carrots as well. That's right. Pumpkin out. Any Muslims? I mean, you guys have seen what we were able to present. If you think that we have done a bad job, it's up to you guys.
By the way, guys, I did want to thank you all. So yesterday I uploaded a video uh, onto my YouTube channel. For some reason, it's just turned into this, but anyways, I uploaded a video and it's doing really well. And James, can you believe overnight I got about 150 new subs, and now we finally crossed over 1,000 subscribers.
Amen.
So I want to thank you guys. Like people were telling me to like, start a channel and stuff like that and upload some of the stuff that I've been doing. And um, like I don't do it because I want to, be, famous or I don't, but people seem to like when I explain certain things. So um, I started doing that and people have been supporting it. So I'm really appreciative of that. What I'm most likely going to start doing now, because I crossed over 1,000, I can do it. I'm gonna try to open like YouTube live streams, maybe once a week, and just do like review videos or review topics. I don't have the patience like James to just do live streams like every day and deal with some of the crazy people. He's graced to do that. I can't do that. I don't have the patience. But because of that, now that I have the ability now because I crossed over 1,000. I'll probably do a live stream maybe once a week and review certain topics um, related to philosophy. Um, like I even want to start doing some stuff on atheism too, but philosophy, atheism, and obviously Islam. So if you guys haven't already subbed to the channel and you do like stuff like that, go to my TikTok account here and click on the YouTube link in my bio. It'll take you straight there.
Amen, amen. Guys, thank you so much again for following him. And those that are not following him, again, he's a link in bio. Prophet ChatGPT says, happy birthday to your daughter. God bless her. Don't tax too much. Well, if I was a Muslim, you see, she'd be a half brain. And then when it comes to inheritance, she will get less. So, I'm just saying. I think today we actually had some good conversations, guys. I actually enjoyed some of these conversations. I think Badis is a good person to talk to. I just wish we had other people that were able to have such conversations. And we're reaching. I mean, look at us. We just a little tiny group of people, and we just this tiny group on TikTok with a tiny group on YouTube. And yet, as I said a couple of days ago, one of our brothers sent us a message saying, using the information that we have been providing, 8 Muslims, he used the information we had, and 8 Muslims left Islam. 8. And remember in January, I think it was 6 or 8 people in January on my live that left, and then some in Feb and some in. So we are, I keep saying, putting little pebbles in shoes. So slowly, just us guys, we like 200-300 people just together now on YouTube and TikTok, and yet look how we're reaching people. So again, God bless you guys. God bless you guys. Thank you.
It's always amazing to me, like the reach that like we have, and obviously it's by the grace of God. We praise God that He has mercy on us, because and this is the crux of it, right? Like we're no better than the Muslims, right? And what I mean by that is we're no better in terms of just us all being human. Like everybody has issues, right? Like we all are unworthy in a particular aspect that God even looks in our direction, but He still finds it fit to use us to help people. So we believe that church is a hospital, right? It's not a place where only the righteous go. He didn't come for the righteous. He came to save those who need saving. So for us, this is why we do what we do. We're here every day sharing information, not so we can, crush people and just like, we don't, that's not what we do. We want to make sure that you understand what the truth is so that on that day, on Yom Kippur, on the day of judgment, you can say, Lord, have mercy on me, a sinner, and His blood will cover you. But as it stands right now, if you don't believe that you are in that particular position, then it's going to be very difficult. And we don't want you to be in that position. We want you to know truth. We want you to know the Lord Jesus Christ. And that's why we do what we do. So listen to what we're saying. At least if you don't believe it, at least just listen so you can understand what we believe and why we believe it. And so you can have better conversations with people. But unfortunately, what we find is that when we try to have these conversations, there's way too much misinformation. So when we're trying to explain something to you, you fight us on it.
And that's just unfortunate.
Very. Zul Karnain, he said, "You are amazing." He sent a sticker, which is brilliant. Never seen that before. Crafted said, "I know you were about to say the M word." Sorry, guys, I'm a bit slow on this today. I mean, I was just looking at something else, but appreciate everything, guys. Crafted also said, "So Zaid." Oh, I read that one. Okay, beautiful. So I'm up to date. So again, thank you, guys, for my daughter will get a gift. The vacuum is available for her to use as much as she wants. Dishwasher and the dryer. So she's got 3 gifts she can use at any time.
I mean, why are you playing though, bro? Hey man, for all the people that are married or have kids or run a household of any kind, bro, you understand how important vacuum cleaners and washers and dryers, dishwashers. Bro, I need to get a new heating element for my dryer. Like, I'm so serious. Like, this stuff is important to us. Like, as adults, these are like the things that we actually salivate over, like a new washer. Amazing, bro. So,
Well,
anyways,
I'm with tools. I go crazy for tools, and my wife, she's like, "Oh, did you see that there was a whatever new whatever coffee machine, vacuum cleaner, something? Do you think we should get it?" What's wrong with you, girl? If you want to get it, get it. I'm getting it.
that's funny, man. That's how it is with me and like music equipment. And I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how many guitars I have. Like, I've got a acoustic PRS. It's worth like $1,000, but I was able to get it used for like 600. And man, like it sounds so good. But like anything like music equipment or um like guitars or like software, like bro, like I can easily go broke. I think honestly, like I have no, I know for a fact I have over $25,000 worth of like gear. Like literally, like just
Well,
sitting
it's a good
there.
hobby
And
to
I mean,
have.
look, I
It's
use
not wasting money. It's a good hobby.
yeah, man. And I use them. Like I literally have a full studio, like bass, guitar, drums. I have a 12 channel mixer. I have outboard compressors. Like bro, no, like I do this. So it's like,
Right.
man, like yeah, when we, see stuff like this, vacuum cleaners and washers, gear, tools for adults, that stuff is like what we really love. So
Grafted apologetics. Now I got what you mean. He said you were gonna say Zulu woman can M a Muslim. M is basically to unalive them. Man, I grew up in Durban, and I seen some women, man, and they be, wow, you don't mess with them women. You run when you see That's why you can't be a Muslim. You can't be a Muslim there, bro. It's not nah. Anyway, guys, I just want to say thank you again. I don't think there's any more Muslims have gone through the chats now. I think that they realize that this is a topic that they're not too familiar with because they try to avoid it. As I said, and I said to everyone, to get out of your comfort zone. I know that, brother Fisher. If you get out of your comfort zone and you actually start doing the research and you start actually opening up these books, I mean, we've presented all these the evidence. I dare you Muslims to go home, look at your wife and say to her, love, or you don't call her love, you'll say, guess what? You're equal to a dog and a donkey. I would dare any of you to say that to your wives, ever. Ever. I mean, any last words, bro? Might as
no,
well
man,
just
just
end it
I was gonna
now.
say have a good birthday celebration with your daughter in the next couple of days, and uh, are you gonna go live tomorrow as well?
I will try my absolute best. Absolute best. It should be. If I do go, it will be a little earlier, and we'll finish it on the same time.
Okay. What topic did you want to do? You said you want to do this again, or do you want to
I'll
do
do this one again.
Okay.
Beautiful. Before we
Well,
go, as usual, guys, I want to read one of the Psalms.
Yeah,
Today, we've gone through how many Psalms so far? 2, 4, 5, 10 Psalms so far. Today's Psalm, I was thinking we can go now. Sorry again?
No, I was gonna say we should just go in order actually, because there's 150. So
Yeah.
every day we can just read it in order. But
But-
that was just a suggestion.
No, I agree with you. The only reason I mentioned the 10 Psalms that I went for the 10 was all to show people that they never alone. Because each of the Psalms I read points to us being protected, not only protected, but loved and supported always, even in times of trouble.
Amen.
That's why I picked specifically those 10 different Psalms for the 10 different lives.
That makes sense.
So now I'm going to Psalm 2. Now I'm starting from, because we did Psalm 1, I'm on Psalm 2 today. Psalm 2, for those that want to read, you're welcome to read it again. But the reign of the Lord's anointed. Why do the nations rage and the peoples plot in vain? The king of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord, against his anointed, saying, let us burst their bonds apart and cast away their cords from us. He who sits in the heavens laughs. The Lord holds them in derision. Then he will speak to them in his wrath and terrify them in his fury, saying, as for me, I have set my king on Zion, my holy hill. I will tell of the decree. The Lord said to me, you are my son. Today I have begotten you. Ask of me, and I will make nations your heritage, and the ends of the earth your possession. You shall break them with a rod of iron, and dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Now, therefore, O kings, be wise, be warned. O rulers of the earth, serve the Lord with fear, and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, he be angry, and you perish in the way, for his wrath is quickly kindled. Blessed are all who take refuge in him. Man, you goes to love him, man. So who do we take refuge in? I mean, who are we taking refuge in?
Oh, in the Lord, but in this particular passage, it talks about the Son.
That's right.
Today I have begotten you. So, I mean, leave it to the Psalm to explain it. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Guys, this is why I think it's important. And if I do sometimes, I'm trying my best to remember, right? Every time we go live to do a Psalm, every time we go live, let's do a Psalm. Because it, again, I told you, when you speak to Muslims, for anyone that watched the Harry Potter series, you'll notice when the Dementors come in, the Dementors suck the life out of you and leave you lifeless, leave you empty. And because we are empty, the only thing that we can fill ourselves up with is the word of God. So we turn to the Bible, because the Bible will fill us again with the hope, the life, the love that we're missing, that we just lost because of the conversations. So we always come back to the word, come back to God. And this is why I'm trying my best, is to do this so that we can never forget him. And of course, he says, Psalms 2 reminds me of the day Jesus got baptized and the Father spoke from heaven. Amen. This is my son. That's right. That's right. And I will decry that you are my son. Today I have begotten you. Guys, as always, please humble yourselves, remove the hate, the pride, the ego. Let's try to have these conversations with Muslims in a way that we are willing to teach and learn. Again, we humans, so we do say, we get emotional sometimes and tell them to take a hike. But everything we say to them, even in anger, we're just repeating what is in their books. We're not saying anything just to be nasty. We're just repeating what they gave us, and this angers them even more. So I think today was a fantastic day, guys. Thank you so much. I'm not sure who else is going live later today. I haven't been reading all the chats and stuff, but God bless each and every single one of you, all the mods for doing the fantastic job, especially on the YouTube. with regards to the links so that I can put them on the screen. Even the mods on TikTok for controlling those that are on the TikTok and the things they're saying and muting them and whatever. God bless you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All the likes, the chat, the likes, the shares. Thank you, thank you, thank you guys. And yeah, man, Bear the Image is live as always now. You guys, Bear the Image. You guys can go and follow Bear the Image. You'll see. I think Amin will be there not shortly. I will be listening, but I'm now going to be making some food. God bless Renee. For those that will follow the Christ follower Renee, please give her a follow as well. She does Hebrew and she explains verses from the Hebrew, directly from the Hebrew, and she does it in a way that's really explanatory. So you learn a lot from her as well. I think I've known her now for even I think before Amin. One of the first people I met when I came to TikTok was Renee, and man, she's taught me a lot. So God bless you, Renee. Yeah, man, that's crazy. I've known you for that long.
I was thinking the other day, I remember this was years ago, but I was like thinking like how long I've known you. Like literally, I was like, it's literally insane like how long I've known you. I remember one time, this was years ago, we were talking and you had called me on Instagram. And because I had just got done with this live or whatever, and you saw how they were manifesting, and I was talking to you about how frustrated I was with, with the people. And you were trying to calm me down. But yeah, that was years ago, man. So yeah, man, God bless you. Like guys, I mean it, and I mean this like seriously. Like James, man, this dude is solid, bro. He is faithful to what God has been telling him to do. Like if you guys were to see the notebooks that he has, like just full of notes, bro. Like my God, man. Like so I always say this, and I know it just sounds like a broken record, but I always thank God for him because he does what God tells him to do. Yeah, look at that.
Sweet.
Look at that. Notebooks. And this is just
True.
years.
And this is just this book over here, this is I think 4, 5. No, this is 3. That's 4. That's 5.
My God, bro. You should have like actually compiled them, your notes, into act like an actual book and say, hey, like,
Once I
like
get
you
some,
should literally do that.
when I get some free time, bro, I promise you, my plan is that I've got 6 books. There's another book under the book 4, and a notebook where I make notes. And I've got so much.
So yeah, guys, make sure that you all are following him, man, because like you said, we're a small group of people, but like I said earlier, God uses the quote unquote base things to confound the quote unquote wise, right? So like it's not anything that we're doing of our own. So we just thank God for the people that he sends to help, other people understand who he is. So God bless, bro.
And we're not joking when we say take notes. Guys, I'm not joking when I say take notes. I promise you, I've got screenshots. I had to empty half of the screenshots on my phone because I've got too much of screenshots on my phone because I'm still making notes. I'm still learning something new every single day. So what do? I make a new note and I put it in another book. And then I actually lost 2 books. No jokes. I lost 2 books. Can't find them. I think my wife was giving me a hint of maybe enough is enough, and then I couldn't find the books. But then I just started a new book. So yeah, man. And my books, I swear, these started off just me listening, and I'll kid you guys not. Amin will always talk about a place called Clubhouse. I used to sneak into Clubhouse and just sit down and make notes, take notes. I promise you guys. And when I first heard this dude called God Logic back in the day, I mean, this dude, he was an amateur. He knew, I used to listen to Chris Claus. Chris was the one I used to listen to. And then there was this kid came in and his name was God Logic. And I'm like, okay, he knows a few things. And then there was Amin. I mean, there was so many other guys that we used to listen to. And I used to just make notes. And what I should have done is put the name of the person I was making the notes from. So when I say make notes, take notes, and use notes, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Eventually you start remembering more and more. But my point is this, and remember, I've opened the book so the people that are walking past can't really see, they're going to end up looking into the office and go, hang on a second, is that work? What are you doing? Because sometimes I borrow an office because most of the time it's from home. So like one day a week, maybe I'll pop out and then I'll sit there, and it's just crazy that people will be like, oh, hang on a second. What is that? What is that about? So guys, again, thank you so much. Thank you. I need to travel now so that I can start making the food, because in an hour everyone will be here. So it should take me an hour, I hope. And if it's not, my wife would not be a happy girl. So God bless you guys. Again, thank you for all those that bought me a coffee. If you haven't bought me a coffee, you still find the need to buy me a coffee. Again, this is donations that will go towards my trip, not for me, but when I get down there, to anyone in need, groceries and you name it. So yeah, for those that are not watching, it's Bear the Image. Bear the Image is live now on TikTok and on YouTube. So please, guys, go to him, give him support as well. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I thank you, Lord, for all the guests that we had. Lord, please shine a light on them and let them find the truth, which is you. Amen.